Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Monday. Monday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday morning. And we are here. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we are here and we are live. Woo! All right. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the show, all you wonderful, beautiful, fantastic, amazing people here on this wonderful, fantastic, gloomy Monday morning. All right. Oh, it's Monday. Yes, it is, but we're here, and we're here to have some fun. Kind of in the sun. I don't know. Like I said, it's gloomy. It'll probably be sunny and humid and 150 degrees in a couple hours, but for now, it's just blah. Anyway, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning. I hope y'all had a great and wonderful weekend. Sorry about the internet issues I was having. And this is what I love about Spectrum. On Friday, the show ended early because, I don't know, my internet just stopped. And I was on the phone back and forth with them and blah, blah, blah. And this is the second time this has happened to me with Spectrum. I get my internet goes out. There's all kinds of issues, whatever, problems, fix it, blah, 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 blah. And then I didn't count, but maybe 3-4 hours later, I'll get a text. There may be some outages in your area. We are aware of the issue. Oh, thanks for telling me 4 hours later. after I get it fixed that there might be a problem in the area that you're aware of. Anyway, so that was that. But it was nothing. I'm all back up and running for now. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So then after that, just did the weekend thing. The kids were here. The little guy's still here. He's asleep right now. He's in the other room. So that's always fun when he's around, when all of them are around, really. We did movie night and I ended up showing them Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. They love it. Like, yes. Classic movie. Let's see who's here today. Jason D was number one. How you doing there, son? One, son, fun, run, fun, till my daddy takes the T-bird away. Let's do the first happiness of the day. Goes to Jason D. Here we go. Where is my stupid... It's a live show, people. Things happen. All right. Yes, let's try that again. That one was all messed up. All right. Thank you so much. Greg Jonick was number two. How do you do? First like. That's right. Ron Klutzer, I don't care what number I am as long as I'm here. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be there. Stefan St. German, woohoo, 22nd. Well, not that bad, but thank you so much for joining us again, Stefan. Terry Barnes is here. Good morning. God bless. God bless you too, sir. We got James Baker. Good morning, Hez. Good morning, James. Good to see you. We got Mason Glitterman. Hey, hello, everyone. Hello to you. Let's see who else. Jason D, Ron, King Stew 2000. Good morning. Oh, that's everybody. That's all these. That's right. Love it. Greg Jonick, Terry Bond, Stefan St. German. Oh, it's that Peter Parker. All right. What's up? The famous reporter from the Daily Bugle. All right. We got the Lessonator in the house. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, sir. David E. Persons is here, ladies and gentlemen. In honor of Wimbledon, when was the first tennis mentioned in the Bible? When was the first tennis mentioned in the Bible? When Joseph served the Pharaoh in court. Served, because when they served the... Ron Klutzer, Peter Parker, Terry Barnes. My tiny Chihuahua life is in the house. What's up? Good morning, Rise and Shine with Hezokuai. That's what I'm talking about. Highway Star. Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Terry Barnes. Good morning to you. Chris Killing. All right. Happy Monday. What's going on? Oh, we're just chillaxing right now, man. Getting ready for the week. Oh man, we'll see how it's gonna go. So far, it just seems like this is what I've been noticing, and I noticed this a while ago and I mentioned it, but it's like it's kind of exactly the opposite of what I've been used to, because I just moved back up here in April. But it's not just this area and the weather here; it's this specific location, because I keep forgetting that the way my building is facing, that's east and that's west. So in the morning, the sun's over there, so I'm okay. But later in the day, as the sun's moving, in the afternoon, and especially later, the sun's blaring directly through my window. And that's why, like, I've noticed every day, by like 2, 3 in the afternoon, it's like a freaking sauna in here. It's the sun blaring in through the windows, but also the temperature is rising outside, getting hotter later in the day. I'm used to in the evening, it would start to get cooler as the sun started going down. Here, it's getting hotter. Like, what the heck? And then in the morning, it's like 64 degrees again. But yeah, so there. What does that have to do with the price of rice in Detroit? I have no idea. Ask the people in Michigan. Robert Custos, David E. Persons, Greg Killing, Monday. That day that comes after suit. Sunday. That's right. Chris Killing, Greg Jonick, Ron, David E. Persons. Who else? Jason D. Those are Smart pillows? Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. Let's see. Mr. Thomas is here. What's up? Great to see you. Good morning. Happy Monday. Did you hear about the burglar who stole the calendar? He got 12 months. All right. yes, he did. Let's see. Greg Jonak, my 10-inch. You know what? That would be fun if you guys we just started doing a dad joke thing. Like you guys just start putting dad jokes in the chat and I'll read them out loud. And if they're good ones, I'll give the rim shot. If they're bad ones, I'll give the rim shot. If they're great, I'll give the cheer. And if they're absolutely abhorrent, I'll give the crickets. No, man, it's all good. What do we got? Sorry about that Sunday. Fat finger the return key when pressing shift. Oh, well, things happen. What are you going to do? It's all good. About the sun. Yeah. Always. The worst is typing on the phone. You got those tiny little keys and you're trying to, I got to use this thing sometimes. I keep forgetting I have it. But I got this thing for typing. But then it's like, that's even, because then I'm like, I don't know. It's a pain in the buttocks sometimes. Modern technology, man. I'm an old dude. What am I supposed to do about it? David E. Pearson says, the first rule of absent-minded club is wait. What? Oh, yeah, that one. Thank you so much for the 4-month membership milestone. Here's your happy name. All right. Thank you so much. The older I get, the more I need glasses, too, because I don't actually wear glasses. These are reading glasses. But it keeps getting more and more to the point to where, like, when I'm not wearing them, I can't see anything. So I'm going to need actual prescription glasses. I know it. I'd let you glide 28. Hello, all. Please hit that like button. Yes, please do. I agree 150,000%. Let's see. 2 drums and a cymbal off a cliff. Bad. Boom. 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. 2 men walk into a bar. The third got ducks. I hit the like button twice. No. The second time you hit it, it turns it off. I wanted to join the Procrastinators Club, but I haven't filled out the application yet. Oh, man. Oh, man, my eyes stick near it. It's cloudy. Fill my eyes with that double vision. That's even worse when I start getting that. No disguise from that double vision. Ooh. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show on this beautiful Monday morning. How great to see all of you here today. And but so yeah, we had some fun over the weekend. I had both of my sons and my youngest daughter here for the weekend, and like I said, we watched some movies. We watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That one was a hit. They like both of them, but sometimes like the older kids like to watch movies that are inappropriate for the little guy. So we try to, like, after he's asleep, maybe we'll watch like a scary movie or something. But it was great. You know, they like that movie. Those Aren't Pillows, of course, the classic line, right? John Hughes films from the 80s. It's just good stuff. The 80s were something else when it came to movies, you know? It's like there was some magic in the air. Well, no, it makes sense because it was on the, you know, coming off of the intensity of the 70s with movies like The Godfather and, you know, Rocky and just like all these classic movies that came out in the 70s. So it was off the heels of that. But before the independent wave of movies in the 90s, there was this in-between part in the 80s where they started making movies like Back to the Future and RoboCop and Terminator and Aliens. And, you know, and just The Empire Strikes Back was 1980 for crying out loud. Like, just the 80s were a magical time for movies, I'll tell you what. But what I really want to know is, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make everything up. Or they make up everything. That's even worse. Oh, Apocalypta Now. That's worse than Apocalypse Now. Which Apocalypse Now was pretty good. Apocalypta Now, I don't know. Is that a new Mad Max movie? Let's see. No, I know. Let's see. The 80s have been the best 40 years of my life. I like that. I'd be unstoppable if it wasn't for physics and law enforcement. Oh, man, I like that one. And you know what? That's 80% of statistics are made up, especially this one. I'll tell you what, though. Hey, Texas Tim's in the house. What's up, Texas? Great to see you. Not to get too heavy, this, you know, just starting the show, but I'll tell you what, because this comment reminded me, I'd be unstoppable if it wasn't for physics and law enforcement. Reminds me of something I said last week on the show. And I've been thinking about it more and more, and, you know, since I said it, and like in my head, unwrapping it and realizing more and more that, you know, there's definitely more than just a kernel of truth to it. Like, I think I'm really onto something with this. And again, any kind of umbrella statement or blanket statement is kind of always going to be not true, because there's always going to be someone somewhere that's an exception to any rule, you know. But the idea is that I'm starting to realize more and more as I look at these guys, and especially their fans, whether you're talking about the Frauditors or the sovereign citizens or the Karens or the Derns or whatever, what I'm starting to realize is that I think these are people who actually would be horrible people and only aren't because the horrible, evil, rotten, no good, tyrannical system doesn't allow them to go out and do all these horrible, evil things. Which is why they get so mad at us. Because if they weren't, in their opinion, being held down, they'd be out there hurting everybody. And since that's the way their mind works, they don't understand why our minds don't work that way, because that's how they think. So that's the type of thought that makes sense to them. So then we're here saying, no, it's not that this big, evil, oppressive government is holding you back from being free. It's that this flawed, clearly, yes, flawed system, but it's the best one we got, is protecting us from you guys. All you want to do is go out there and hurt people. The only reason you don't is because they're stopping you. Good. Keep these psychopaths away from me. I don't want you lunatics coming in here trying to destroy my life or my family. And if the only reason you're not is because the vicious, evil, tyrannical laws stop you from doing it, good. Let them stop you, please. Ugh. Anyway, where were we? We were telling jokes, right? The bookie worm. The government isn't evil. Well, that's the thing. Anything involving any individual humans is going to have good and bad people involved, even politics, even religion, anything where there's multiple people involved. Some of those people are going to be good, some are going to be bad. But the point is, I'm talking about the mental state, mentally, the people who support this stuff, the people who do this stuff, the fans of this stuff, what's going on inside their head is that it's this big, evil, tyrannical thing because it doesn't allow them to just do literally anything they want, which would include bad things. And it's like, no. See, the reason why we need things like law enforcement is because it's been proven time and time again. If you got kids, just try this. If you don't believe me, all right? Tell them, I'm going to let you do whatever you want. No rules, no regulations, no anything. I'm going to just leave the house. And you guys do whatever the heck you want. No rules. Tell me they're going to only choose to eat healthy food. Tell me they're going to only choose to exercise and get in shape and read books and study, just on their own. Just start reading the encyclopedia just to learn that they're going to do all these wonderful things, right? No, they're not. If you tell people you can do whatever the heck you want, they're going to do whatever the heck they want. And if they're people who what they want to do is to be mean, is to be vicious, is to be vile, is to be evil, and you say, oh, okay, go ahead, do whatever you want, then that's what they're going to choose to do. And if you don't believe me, look at what frauditors do. Look at the way people like Cult News behave. Look at the way NC Tyrant Hunter behaves. Look at the way that Lizard Media behaves. Look at the way Eli behaves. SGV, all of these guys. They want to live in a world where they can do whatever they want. Well, what does that mean? Well, look at the way they act. That means that they want to go around pepper spraying people and bashing people's heads open and beating people unconscious. They're vicious thugs. That's the world they want to live in, where everyone's just a vicious thug and where we have to hide. You don't want us filming you. You don't want us doing this to you. You wear a disguise or you don't leave your house. You're complaining about tyranny. Meanwhile, you're the one telling us we're not allowed to leave our homes without a disguise on. Who the hell are you? Jason Gutterman complaining about tyranny. And yet you want a world where all of us have to just hide in our basements. Let's see, what do we got here? This guy showed up. Oh, it's Graham from the Graham and Bob Show. Yes. Happy Monday, people. Yes. Graham, all the way from the United Kingdom. All right. Ancient Chart Music and Art is in the house. What's up, Ancient Chart? Great to see you, as always. Let's see. Highway Star, Bookie Worm. Becca, what's up? Good to see you. Sorry, didn't mean to trigger Hez. No, man, that's what we're here for, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Frauditor Comedy Show is in the house. All right. Yes. Great to see you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hi. Timo's here. What's up? Frauditor Comedy Show, Ancient Chart Music and Art, David E. Persons. My teachers just told me I'd never amount to much since I procrastinate too. I already blew it. Let's try that again. My teachers told me I'd never amount to much since I procrastinate too much. I told them, just you wait. That's right. Oh, Graham is doing a channel name poll, so I hope you voted. I don't know if "so I hope you voted" should be an option, but you could try it. Ladies and gentlemen, Graham from the Graham and Bob Show is thinking about changing the name of his channel. All right. His tongue twister time. How many Jason Guttermans does it take to get to the Jason Gutterman Center of a Jason Gutterman Pop? Jason Gutterman. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Oh, well, what are you going to do, ladies and gentlemen? It's Monday, and we got, the whole, having to start the week now. Blues. Yes, it's Monday. It ain't no fun day. Getting back to work. It's Monday blues. Wearing my shoes. Reading the news. And Cheeky Monday. Cheeky Monkey's here too. The worst joke on the internet. Chili passed the bar exam in jail. He even has a YouTube certificate to prove it. Yes, the constitutional law scholar that doesn't know anything about the Constitution or law at all. He only knows how to convince his fans to send him money. He knows he's great at that. Okay. Good morning, Florida Jim. Okay. Oh, man. Let's see. I actually have today off for an appointment. All right. Great. Well, thank you for choosing to join us on your day off. That's awesome. Florida Jam Graham. Anyway, let's go ahead and get steady parted. I wanted to Jason Gutterman. It's Monday, guys. Come on, give me a break. Will you? It's live. NCR News Network. Last time I showed one of his videos was when he put an announcement in his community tab about a loss of a family member, and he had to take some time off to deal with that. But apparently he's back on the attack, and he's ready to go. So why don't we start the show with a brand new NCR video. Shenanigans.
Hi, folks. Today, we're going to take a look at the arrest of Travis Hines. Now, this video is from last week, and with me being gone, I didn't get a chance to cover it. And, well, seems like Travis is still up to his old shenanigans. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without your guys' continuous, ongoing support, I couldn't keep this channel going, so I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the page. Leave a like and a comment because it really helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
What's up?
Hello, sir. I'm Sergeant O'Ligney from the Sheriff's Office.
It's not the city?
Nope, not the city. How are you today?
What can I help you with?
Can I see some ID from you, sir?
What did I do illegal?
Well, we have a county ordinance that prohibits camping in the park. And by the appearance of your vehicle,
Just the appearance of my vehicle?
By the appearance of the vehicle, shoes outside the car, all the windows covered, I think it would lead a reasonable person to believe that you were temporarily lodging here.
But
Yes! Yes!
I think you're being unreasonable.
All right. Well,
My windows are not all covered.
yeah, actually, they all are. And your shoes are stationed outside your vehicle. So I'd like to see some ID, please.
I think you're misinterpreting the law of camping.
All right. Well,
What does it say exactly? Because it just camping? What's the definition of camping?
the county ordinance says that it would lead a reasonable person to believe that you are using the vehicle as lodging. So
Yeah,
I would
you're
like to see some ID, please.
Well, let's see. We're all rational, reasonable people here. So let's see if this would fit the definition of violating the camping ordinance for the county. He is living in his vehicle. We all know this. He's also said that he doesn't own a home. He is a nomadic traveler. We've seen that he has all the windows covered. He was apparently not wearing his shoes and left them outside. And, well, we can clearly see that he has a kitchen set up in his vehicle. So I would assume, as a rational, reasonable person, that he is living and using his car as lodging, not only as a motor vehicle, which would violate the ordinance in the county for camping in parks.
What's a reasonable definition of
I'm not going
camping?
to sit here and debate.
That's what you're doing.
That's an idea for the court system, sir.
Okay.
I'm doing my job. I'd
Excuse
like
me.
to see some ID. No, you can
Right.
stay right here.
Am I under detainment?
Yes, you are being detained.
Okay.
So
All right.
because of your detainment, I would like to see some ID, please.
Well, I mean, I can identify myself. You didn't tell me.
Sergeant Oligny, right?
Oligny?
Oligny, my badge number is 244. I'm with the Outagamie Sheriff's Office.
And you're a field training officer.
Could I see some identification,
Okay.
please?
Well, I mean, yeah, my last name's Hines.
Could I see an identification that identifies you, sir?
Oligney. Okay.
We can go round and round, or I put you in handcuffs and I can take you to jail for the county ordinance violation.
And the business, we call this foreshadowing.
I think it's unreasonable for you to do that because I'm not camping. I mean, you want to take me before a judge and have the judge.
Can you can we not do this?
What do you mean? Well, you're approaching me.
Because
I'm
you are
minding-
violating what I believe is a county ordinance.
Okay, I'm parked in the parking lot. I'm within the spaces, right?
You also
I'm
have your
legally-
vehicle. You have all of your windows covered.
Okay.
You have part of your clothing outside of the vehicle, indicating that you are using this vehicle for your
My
occupancy.
clothing. Okay. Yeah, you're using a very tight. Well, I mean, we can see what the prosecutor says if you want to charge me, I guess.
What
Yeah,
all I'd like to do, sir,
I
is
think.
have a conversation. Know who I'm dealing with.
No, we're beyond conversation. This isn't just some friendly conversation. I'm detained.
You
right?
are.
All right.
While I
So,
investigate
I
a county
invoke-
ordinance violation.
I invoke my rights. I mean, I could tell you my name, sure. It's Hines, like I said. Your last name, I told you my last name. It doesn't sound so much like you want to.
Yeah, it sounds like he just wants to talk to you. To go. At the very least, he might give you a written warning and explain to you that you can't camp here, or at the very most, a small ticket. But no, Travis, you're trying to push this whole big, well, he has to give me his name to get my name. That's not how the law works. He is required by policy and law to identify himself with his last name, his badge number, and what department he works for, which he's clearly done. You don't have to give up your name. You can go to jail for resisting and failing to ID on top of violating the camping ordinance of this county.
But if you
First name,
do, I
Travis.
mean, I guess we'll have to
I
go
never
before.
want to charge anybody.
But,
What I'd
it's-
like to do is usually part of my job is investigate who I'm dealing with
Yeah.
and have a
I want
conversation
to know who you are.
and encourage cooperate with the law.
Sure. Yeah.
Investigate actually are camping or
Actually-
not,
Okay.
and that if I didn't, that you're not violating the law, we can end the confrontation.
Yeah.
And move on.
Okay. Encourage the law. How about uphold the law? right?
What is your first name?
I see S. What's S?
What is your first name, sir?
Oligny, what's S?
I've identified myself
tell you-
far enough that I need to
Okay.
under the policies of my sheriff's office.
And the Constitution.
There's no constitutional wording there that
Fourth
says
Amendment.
that I have to identify myself.
Exactly, the Fourth Amendment.
You do the
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks, because Travis is misunderstanding what the actual texture of the Fourth Amendment is. Now, the Fourth Amendment protects us from unreasonable search and seizure. Now, it also protects us from being forced to give up our papers or our IDs or our driver's licenses without probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion. They also cannot search our properties without warrants. They can't seize our property without warrants. That's what the Fourth Amendment guarantees us. Now, what Travis is failing to understand is that, yes, this particular deputy does have a lawful reason to stop him and detain him. And if he wants to keep running around like this, well, he could spend a few nights in county. Remember what Big Cat told us? You don't need an ID to go to jail. You need ID to get out of jail.
Well, when I'm investigating ordinance
All right.
violation.
Well, I suspect you of committing a crime too, violating my rights. So I'd like to know who you are. Who's violating my rights, Oligny? What's your first name? And I'll tell you my first name.
Mr. Hines.
Yep.
I'm looking
You're right.
for your first name
Yep.
and your middle initial and your birthday.
All I'm asking is your first name. Well, and yeah, I'd like to hear your birthday as well. I'm willing to exchange that information with you.
Okay. At this
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
point, I've got you. You're now resisting.
Yep. Oh, I'm not.
Because
I'm willing to
because
change.
under
You're
Wisconsin law,
resisting.
under
You're not.
Wisconsin law, you have
Yep.
when I have a right to
The
detain
authorities, you
which I do.
and you.
You have an obligation to identify
Yes,
yourself.
you do too. You have to tell me who
I
you
have
are.
identified myself.
I don't know. I
We're going
don't know
around
your
and
S.
around and around.
What is S? It's a simple question.
244.
It's a simple question. You got to get it back up so you can arrest me.
Yeah, that's what's going to
Okay.
happen.
Okay. Well,
244. Could I get a second unit here? I've got a gentleman refusing to cooperate.
no, I'm willing to cooperate. I'm willing to exchange information. I want to know who you are.
Is there any units near Common Park available to assist 244?
Oh, yeah, get your sheriff. I think you're misinterpreting the law. This is going to go before the judge, and
That's what
they're just going to drop it. They're
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
They're going to drop this charge because you're going
You're
beyond.
resisting now.
No, there's a minimum for
Wisconsin statute
identification. I'm
94641.
sorry.
You're from the state of Washington.
94641.
You're unfamiliar.
Yeah, and the minimum is just tell your.
Also, guys, for those of you who don't know, the last time I covered Travis, and this is why, like, no matter what, like when I watch these videos with him, because like the part of me that, because ultimately that's what everything I do and everything I say always comes down to is my empathy for other people, right? And being open, like, and not liking the way that these guys treat other people, right? I have no tolerance for bullies, and these guys are like bullies, you know, frauditors, sovereign citizens, more all of them, and they're stupid. But this guy in particular, it's like he lives out of his car, he's homeless, you know, you can feel sorry for him or whatever. But I always remember the last time I covered one of his videos, it was him giving this big speech about how much he just loves to purposely, intentionally go out of his way to waste police time and intentionally wants to get them called away from stopping real crimes. He says it feels so good to know that all these cops that are dealing with me could be out there stopping a violent crime, but they're not because they're dealing with me instead. I love that. I love doing that. He's bragging about it. How proud he is of himself for being able to do that, for being able to intentionally waste police time and resources. He loves it. So he can kiss my ass. I mean, what? Parson 1122 is here. What's up, buddy? There you go.
Your name.
Well, seeing as Travis is unfamiliar with Wisconsin Statute 946.41, resisting or obstructing an officer, which states, whoever knowingly resists or obstructs an officer while such officer is doing any act in official capacity and with lawful authority is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. Since you are refusing to cooperate with this law enforcement officer, in this case the sheriff's deputy, by providing your identification, be it through a ID or driver's license, or your first name, middle initial, last name, and date of birth, you could be charged with obstructing an officer. And, well, that'd be another thing you'd have to go to court for.
I have told you my name.
No, you didn't. You know your full name?
Sergeant Oligny.
What's your full name,
I don't
Oligny?
need to tell you my
Okay, is
first
that going to
name.
be on the ticket? Whatever the charge? I
My
guess it's more.
identification will be on the ticket. Yes.
Okay, your badge number, your full name. You know, I got to be able to
until
hear
you
this.
I
Because
can't,
how am I
can't
gonna
even issue
how am
the
I gonna
ticket.
how am I gonna bring you before court if I don't have your full name?
I'll make sure
And-
you appear.
I got to make sure you
held
appear
in
as well.
jail until you identify yourself.
I'm willing to identify who I am. This is my car.
244. I've got a male party here who's refusing to identify himself and cooperate.
Based on a false premise, too, on top of
Okay.
all of that. You're doing a
That's
warrant
what-
check
that's what
based
the-
on a false premise.
That's what the court is.
Yeah, that's for the court because we can't argue it on the streets.
No, we can't.
But we need to know who each other are.
244. I'm sorry, I'm getting talked over here.
Yeah,
Can you
we
repeat
need
that?
to know who each other is. Okay,
I've already
so
identified myself.
that's the minimum.
Code 3, please, for now.
Yeah, I'll take your time. Okay, yeah, we got all day. It's a nice Sunday to take it
Correct.
easy. All right, well, I'd be sitting in jail over your failure to identify who you are. Do you have your body cam on? I don't see any
do.
blinking
See the
lights.
red light?
Okay,
The red light
I'm
means
gonna
it's
need a
on.
copy of that. All right,
Which
for
you can-
the trial
Yeah, you
because
can.
we're looking at a trial. We're going to jail. How far is the jail from here?
15 minutes.
Okay, I gotta
We'll
get
tow your
back.
car. Secure your
Oh,
car
you're
for
gonna
you.
tow my car. It's legally parked.
But it's if it's left here
It's-
overnight, which they'll probably be.
I'm gonna be in jail tonight.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not
because
gonna. Is there a
right now
bond?
you're resisting.
You're resist. What? I just need to know your name, and then I'll
I've told you
exchange your.
Sergeant Oligny for the at least.
I
the
told
fourth
you my
time.
last name, Hines. How hard is that to get
What is
through to you?
what is your birthday?
Okay, let's hear your birthday, and I'll tell you mine.
I don't have an obligation to tell you my birthday.
And why is that?
You
Because
do.
Why is
because
that?
You are
have
under
a Fourth Amendment.
investigation.
Yeah, and you're under investigation as well. In a way, because you're violating my rights. I have
There's no
civil
investigation
rights.
right now.
I have civil rights.
I'm not under investigation. I'm conducting a law enforcement activity. You're not going back in the car.
Oh, you won't let me get back
No,
in my car?
you're
Okay,
not going back in
I'm
the
under
car.
arrest.
You're
Well,
detained,
you-
and I control your movement.
You can put me in cuffs right now and put me in the back of your
turn
car.
If you insist.
Okay, all right. Let me sit this down.
Oh, stop preaching.
All right. Yeah, you're taking it. You're taking it. This is escalation training for you. You're the training officer, and you're escalating this. Was I called in? Why are you showing up in the first place? Was there a complaint?
What I'm going to do now, sir, is safety lock these up so they don't tighten up.
Were you called? Were you called, Oligny?
Step over here by my car, sir.
All right. You make sure my stuff gets in my car too.
I'll secure your car for you.
No, I need the stuff inside my car.
And we're going to end it here. Travis was arrested for violating the city ordinance and resisting arrest, to my knowledge. Now, I will get more information because in the next coming weeks, he has 2 back-to-back court dates. One for the arrest when he was trespassed at the Walmart parking lot, and this one on the 16th and 17th. So I will definitely be keeping an eye out to see the outcome of those 2 court cases. But if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you. And special thanks to all members of the news team. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't keep this channel going. So I want to thank all of you personally from the bottom of my heart.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for NCR News Network. All right. That's right. Oh, it's pizza time. It's pizza time. Oh, it's the only word that rhymes. Meow. Oh, man. So anyway, yeah, that's crazy stuff. This guy, he does. He's not just him either, but just in general. So many of them seem to intentionally want to get in trouble. So many situations where these people would get maybe a warning, maybe a ticket, and that's it. That's all. But they have to turn it into an arrest. And they think we don't believe, or they try to, they convince their fans, obviously, because they're brainwashed sheeple, right? To the frauditors or the soft-sets or whatever brain-dead people are training them, that it's like, I have to do this because if I wasn't doing this, the cops would just be out here doing all this horrible stuff. It's like, no. You're not proving that the cops are out here doing horrible stuff. They would have let you go if you weren't being a douche canoe and causing all these problems in the first place. They always find a way to escalate. And that's the thing. They love, and that's why I always say, it's the false narrative building. Then their fans believe the narrative and not what's actually going on in the video. Because it's always, these cops refuse to de-escalate. You're the one who's escalating. You want to de-escalate? Let me give, in fact, you know what? If any frauditors are watching, pay attention right now, okay? The ultimate de-escalation tactic that I guarantee you will work 100% of the time. Excuse me, sir, will you not film me? Okay. All problems gone. Please don't film me. Okay. Turn the camera a little bit that way. Now, when dealing with cops specifically, I guess that would be a little bit different. I'm just thinking about the idea when they're filming and a regular person says, please don't film me, and they refuse to stop. That would de-escalate so many of these situations. With the cops, it's even easier. Can I see your ID? Sure. ID. Ultimate de-escalation tactic. The problem completely de-escalated at that point. Can I see your ID? Yes. Hand him the ID. You get attorney shield. What's the attorney going to tell you? Give him your ID. You don't have to say anything, but you got to give him your ID. Any lawyer worth their salt would tell you get pulled over, you give the cop your ID. Cop asks you for ID. You refuse to give it to him. Why is he escalating? Why is he escalating? He doesn't understand de-escalation. No, you don't understand de-escalation. You want to de-escalate everything? Can I see your ID? Yep. Okay, here, let me give you a warning. Don't do that again. Okay, or here, let me write you a ticket. Okay, go about your business. Have a nice day. And that's it. It's over. Done. If the cop's wrong, you fight it in court. That's what court's for. You people always talk about how much you believe in the Constitution, but you ignore the entire judicial system, which is outlined in the Constitution. You're denying me due process. Are you in court? Half of them are saying that they're being denied due process when they're in court. That is their due process. But you're saying I have to have a lawyer. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that you're obviously an idiot who's spouting off a bunch of nonsense you read on the internet and have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And if you had a lawyer, maybe you'd have someone that does know what they're talking about helping you out. They're not going to help me out. Well, not if you refuse to take one. They're not going to do anything because they won't be in the room. Sorry, I keep jumping around, but it's like I'm thinking about all these different situations that these idiots put themselves in. And so many of these situations could be avoided with simply, hey, can I see your ID? Sure, show them your ID. And then again, with the ID refusal videos that we see all the time. When people do end up not showing ID, cool. Where's the evil civil rights violation? If they were violating your civil rights, wouldn't that mean that they were beating you with the stick, yanking the ID out of your pocket against your will? That's not what happened. Yeah, in a situation like this where the guy ends up getting arrested, but it's because there's something else going on. Most of the ID refusal videos are like a guy standing outside of a building on a public sidewalk. Can I see your ID? No. They argue with the cop for 10 minutes and then the cop walks away. It's not a situation where, who gave Hez double espresso? Did you get a new laptop? Your video quality is great. Actually, no, not yet. But thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I'm looking good. I've been trying to mess with the settings and do stuff. I do have a new laptop. Well, not new, but another new to me laptop coming. But yeah, this is still the old one. But I did mess with the settings over the weekend. I don't know. I had to, with the internet problem I was having on Friday, I had to completely reboot and redo everything with all my internet stuff, the router and what's the other one called? Anyway, I had to reboot those and I had to reboot the computer. Then I had to change the settings on the computer. And hey, B9 Mom Bear is here. What's up? Great to see you. Plus, I put up a background. I put up the flag for the 4th, but then I was like, I like this better than just having a blank wall behind me. So it probably adds something to the aesthetic, I'm sure. DMA is pretty much gone sovereign citizen. No. So Spectrum isn't giving you the, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Spectrum is still okay. I know that because I don't know if I've ever told this story on the air. I don't remember. I know that, I still talk to Ray, even though she's not really on the show much anymore because the mornings aren't good for her. But I still talk to her basically every day. So I know I've told her this story, but I don't know if I have ever said it publicly to you guys. It's not like it's a secret or anything. Society Red, what's up? Internet God, what's up? But here's the thing with me and Spectrum. So when I first moved here, and I moved here in April, so it's only been 4 months. Wow. Anyway, I moved here in April, and at that time, Spectrum, I got all hooked up and everything was all good. But then they thought, yes, we love Ray. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So, something weird just popped in my, my kids were using this for gaming. So now I got their buddies. Whenever they log on to a video game, it's telling me, hey, so-and-so's playing. I don't even know so-and-so. I don't care if he's playing a video game. Anyway, so that's the one thing having my kids over on the weekends is they use this computer and then I come back and I don't know what they did. What was I talking about? It's Monday. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Only one ISP. I'm back. Lost internet connection. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I was telling a story about when I first moved here. Yeah. So when I first moved here and I got all hooked up and I got my first bill from Spectrum, it was being billed to the wrong apartment. The apartment number was down the hall. So I'm like, oh, man, that's not my apartment. So I told them what was going on because I didn't want to pay somebody else's internet bill or cable bill or whatever they were being charged for. So they said, oh, okay, no problem. And they fixed it. So now, to this day, I've been fighting with these guys back and forth. And every time I call them, they're, oh, no, okay, yeah, blah, 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 we got to fix it, blah, 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 blah. But then I get the stuff in the mail and I get the stuff in my emails and I get all the messages all the time because, well, we shut down your service. You canceled your service. You need to send us all of our equipment back. No, I didn't cancel my service. I didn't shut down my service. You guys had the wrong freaking address. So that account was closed, but it's still my account. It's still my stuff. I'm using it. I'm not going to return it because I'm using it. It's my internet. Oh, yeah, no problem. And then 2 days later, I get a letter in the mail. You owe us equipment. We're going to start charging you. No. And then I get emails. we're going to start charging you. Your bank account's going to get hit whether you like it or not. No, it's not. Call them up. Get your SHI stuff together. You dig, Spectrum? Because you start charging me money for stuff that I ain't using because it's for the wrong apartment. It's so crazy to me how like things that seem so simple to me are so complicated for these people to understand. Yes. I moved into a new apartment. And when you guys first set up my account, you set it up under the wrong apartment number. So it's a different address. No, the address is the same. The apartment number is the only thing that's different. Like, that's some crazy, bizarre idea that their brains can't comprehend that that's a possibility that could happen. Like, really? What's up, Dino? What's up? One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Wedge to stop by and say hello, my friends. Apologies for disappearing on everyone. My health issues have been a bit overwhelming over the last year. Oh, my goodness. God bless you, Dino. We've been seeing so much of that. All of our thoughts and prayers, so many wonderful, beautiful, fantastic people. And that's why I always say every day, Maggie just had her surgery from the Frauditor News Network. Ray has just had surgery relatively recently. She's still recovering. Obviously unclean hands with the situations he's been having. We got cool, clear water. We got so many people that have been going through so much lately. All of our thoughts and prayers are with all you guys. We love you guys. Seriously, legitimately, in my heart. Like, you guys are so important to me. You guys are my family. This is the Rash family, and that's legit. So all of our thoughts and prayers with you, and hopefully, it's hard, man. There's a lot of suffering out there. A lot of suffering. And meanwhile, these scumbags that we talk about every day are sitting at home counting their money and laughing. It's hard. It's hard sometimes. But that's one of the reasons why I try to make this show lighthearted and fun. Ladies and gentlemen, to cheer you up, let's throw out a happy dance. All right. Yes. You know what? I'm even going to torture the voodoo doll just for your entertainment. What? No, don't do that to me. Come on, guys. Stop it. I don't get tased anymore, remember? That's ow. That's what you get. He's a punk. Oh, anyway, what else do we got going on today? You know what? Speaking of people that we love on this channel and that have had some issues and that we always pray for and that we love so much, how about wait a minute, let me see where we're at, because we don't want to miss the cupcake happy dance. Let's see, let me think. We still got about 15 minutes. Well, the thing is, I know that she's probably not. I don't like to do it too early, but I don't want to accidentally miss it either. So why don't we just go ahead and do the cupcake happy dance, or is it too early? I'm going to take a vote right now. Do you think it's? Oh, Chef M80's here. What's up, Chef? Good to see him. Thank you. I missed the voodoo abuse. Yes. That's what he's here for, ladies and gentlemen. He's a frauditor. He's got all of his cameras and his fake ID. See, since I moved here, I forgot. I didn't forget. I couldn't, with the way I traveled and everything, I didn't have his voice changing machine with me. So I felt like it wouldn't be good for me to use him without his voice, but he still deserves the punishment. It's not my fault that he's got a sore throat, right? Oh, shut up. Ow. Yeah, see. Hey, Cheeky Monkey, Greg Jonek, what's up? Let's see. Oh no, Douche Canoe Frauditors is being troublesome again too. Well, you know, I've been hearing rumors that News Now Dumbass is going to be making a comeback soon, and that he's got some underground stuff going on. See, it's all part of their plan to take over, because their plans keep getting foiled, so then they have to come up with new plans. But I think that there's this underlying, ever since they opened the portal back in the day, it's getting crazy, guys, getting crazy. All right, let's go ahead and let's throw out the Cupcake Happy Dance, ladies and gentlemen, because we love Cupcake. This is for you, Maggie. Here we go. We're going to give you a triple dipple. All right. Okay. Olay. All right. Is the party still on for October? Okay, so for those of you who don't know what that question is, John Felix and Armed Fishermen are putting together, Methodist Dave, what's up? Are putting together the first ever auditor convention. They're calling it Audit Palooza. I'm calling it Fraudit Palooza. And it's going to be on October 19th. It's going to be in Pensacola, Florida. It's $100 per person. They got 200 tickets. They've already sold over half of them. They went down the list of how many frauditors are going to be there. Well, not how many, but a bunch of the frauditors that have already been confirmed that are going to be there. It's going to be crazy. The first ever all frauditor convention. What I would love to do, it's July now, so July, August, September, and then it's in October, so that gives me about 3 months to try and figure out a way to make it possible for me to actually get down there and cover it on a live stream as a legitimate news event, because that is a legitimate news event. First ever all First Amendment Auditor Convention. Now, John Felix actually invited me to go, but one, it's invitation only. Two, you still have to pay. I'm not going to give John Felix $100. Also, you have to give him your real name and phone number and all that. I'm not going to give him all my real life information. He's got to be a lunatic to think I'm going to do that. And even so, I'm going to film it and cover it as a legitimate news story live. So I can walk in there and do whatever I want because I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. And he can't stop me, even if I'm not invited. Because the security guards can only observe and report. They can't actually do anything. They can't actually ask me to leave, right? Then they'd be violating my rights, wouldn't they? What I really actually want to do, though, I don't want to go in there and cause trouble. I want to be out there with my camera, depending on, what the situation is. Okay, just in my imagination, my goal, like, if I could just make anything real, what it would be is I would have like a little table with copies of my book, The Frauditors Handbook, available on Amazon.com, link in the description below. I'd have copies of my book, The Frauditors Handbook, on the table. I'd have my camera up on my tripod, maybe in a sign, Fraudit Palooza, welcome to Fraudit Palooza or something like that. I'd have a little microphone out there. I'd be interviewing. I'd be trying to interview auditors as they come and handing them copies of my book. And then maybe eventually I would try to get inside. But again, I don't want to actually go there to cause trouble. I want to cover it, live stream it. I think that would be awesome because I always say, I would love to know where some of these guys are going to be before they get there so that I could go there and flip the script on them. Well, here, I'm going to know where they're going to be before they get there, and it's going to be a large group of them. So I'll have the opportunity to flip the script on a bunch of them. I just think it would be awesome, awesome, awesome if I could actually go down there and cover it for real. Ooh, that would be awesome. A gaggle of gimbal gobblers. All right, say that 3 times real fast. Yes, gimbal gobblers. A goggle of gimbal gobblers. I love it. Oh my goodness. Help has to get back to Florida and get his stuff back. Oh, yes. Thank you, Greg, so much. Oh, and look at this. We got $5 from Billy Yank. Chili will soon invent the telephone. Then he'll file a lawsuit against Alexander Graham Bell for stealing his idea 148 years ago. Yes. Here's your happy dance. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Absolutely, Billy. Thank you. Graham says, make sure you have permits. Peter Parker says, be careful. You know they love their mace. Oh, yeah. Make sure you get the permit for the display table you can get legally. Well, no, Graham, that's exactly why I'm saying, like, I want to do everything I can. Like I said, I was describing, like, my dream, right? And in the dream, of course, I get everything legit. But if I could just get down there on that day at all, and again, it's not outside of the realm of possibility because ultimately I have to get back to Florida, although Tampa's far from Pensacola, but ultimately I have to get back down to Florida to get my equipment back for the show. I'm not even on my computer. I'm on a laptop. You know, all my stuff, my sound effects for the voodoo doll, my props, my prizes for my monthly giveaways. I used to, you know, I always used to do giveaways, but I had boxes with all the prizes I was going to give. Those are all everything's in Florida. My electric guitar is in Florida. I got an acoustic one here, but I mean, just everything's back there. So I got to get back there anyway. And I also already have a place to stay out there, so I don't have to worry about accommodations and everything. So getting back to Florida isn't really well, I mean, yes, but the point is, like, if I could get there at all, I could get there and just pull up my camera and film it, you know, and that would work. But that would be bare minimum. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, fantasy-wise, the ultimate goal would be to actually, and yes, legally get everything I need to have a table out there and have copies of my book on display and have a big sign and interviewing the people like I'm a legitimate news outlet. That's the dream, you know? But if I could even just get it to the point where, like, again, because I got to get back to Florida anyway. So, like, if I could kill two birds with one stone and make that trip and this trip kind of combined, you know, hey, that would work too. Whatever, you know, as long as I can do it, that'd be awesome. Kiss is here. What's up? Great to see you. Good morning, Rise and Shine with Hezokuai. Donna Ray is in the house. Mount Mom is vacationing in Tampa right now. Oh, all right. Yeah, see? Hez Laptop News. We don't need Lucky Laptop. We got Hez Laptop. No, don't compare me to him. Wait a minute. Hold on a second, man. Wait a minute, man. Hey, what's going on here, man? I've been hijacked. Oh, no. Universal Hez cams on the internet. That's what I'm talking about. I bet if you were there, they'd invite you in whether you paid or not. Well, that's the thing. Like I said, John Felix already invited me, but I'm not going to pay him to get in. But, yeah, if they were actually trying to prove, hey, no, we're all good guys, just come on in and see, you know. As long as you're not here just to troll, who knows? But that's, again, there's a million reasons why I would love to get down there. And does he have asbestos hanging from the ceiling? He does. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Let's see. What else do I got here? We got oh, there's my dog. Poor Angel. She passed away a couple months ago, but look at her. She's such a beautiful girl. Aw. And then, of course, we got this guy. When my son was little, he couldn't watch Star Trek because this guy scared the crap out of him, and it was in the credits, so he would never let me put on Star Trek because he was afraid he'd see this guy. And then, of course, everyone's favorite. All right. We love Bucky. We love us some Bucky Boo. And then, of course, at the end of the show every day, I end with my Elvis gnome. All right, which is another prop that I'll get back once I make it back to Florida again. Oh, my eyes. Killing me this morning. Let's see. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Ironton Auditor is in the house. Hey, just dropped in to say hi. Hit the like button. I wish you all a great day. You have a great day too, sir. We love you, man. Keep up the good work. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Ironton Auditor. All right. If there's a such thing as a legitimate cop watcher, that's the guy right there. He is it. Absolutely. Chris Kelly, what's up? Yeah, he knows what I was showing on the screen there. Yep, Bookie Worm, yep. Baylock, love it. JC, is he still in the poke? I don't know. The case was delayed. Oh, well. All right. Sorry, guys. Now I'm getting into reading the chat. Oh, that's right. I could write a press pass in crayon. They would love that, right? Or I could do like KFAR did, like actually get a legitimate press pass. And then when they're like, who issues press passes? These guys. I got it right here. Well, I mean, obviously I'll use this as my press pass. Hey, I got this from Ancient Chart Music and Art. You want to go to her store? I'll hand a card with her website on there. Baylock's alter ego. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't do both, but I can because I got it right here. See? Boom. I got them both. Yes. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, this is what they saw because the guy who was actually flying the ship was this guy, but he knew nobody would be intimidated by him and bad guys would try to attack somebody who looked like that. So he put that to scare people away so that they wouldn't know that, he was a good guy and harmless and all that. Another $5 for Billy Yank. If Chili's in jail for filming a cop, then why isn't Ironton Auditor serving a life sentence? Exactly. All right. Yes, it's never the cameraman. It's never the camera. It's always the cameraman. Ooh, I should put that on a t-shirt and have those when I should go, if I could get it to work out, to where I could actually go to the Frauditor convention on October 19th in Pensacola. That's another thing I should have. I should make t-shirts that say, it's never the camera, it's always the cameraman. And have those on the table too, maybe be wearing one. That would be great. Oh my goodness. Clint Howard was at the horror convention recently. That's awesome. He's cool. But yeah, what else could I put like as a slogan to have at the Frauditor Palooza Frauditor convention if I do end up going? Let me see. What else could it be? It's not the camera, it's the cameraman. Hey, Izzy's here. What's up? Great to see you. The camera is never the problem. It's always the goober behind it. Exactly. That's exactly right. And you, of all people, have proven that over and over again. Like, hey, why are you filming? Oh, I got a YouTube channel. I'm doing this, my thing, for YouTube. Oh, well, do you mind not filming me? Oh, sure. No, whatever. And then if it's a cop or whatever, what do they always say? What do they always say? I don't care if you're filming, but please stand over there. Okay. They pretend that with modern technology, you can't zoom in. But then they zoom in and prove that they can. And their fans eat it up. What if I was blind? You're not blind. What if I didn't have hands? You do have hands. What if I had a brain? Well, we can't argue that one. You definitely don't have a brain if you're a frauditor. Oh, man. Anyway, we were about to start a video, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? I'll tell you what. Since it's 7:20 now, I'm going to go out and throw another cupcake happy dance just in case you missed the first one. All right. Okay. Ole, all right. That's another thing that'll be better once I'm able to get back to Florida too. My computer chair has, it has a piston in it, so it's bouncy. So when I do my happy dance and I'm bouncing in the chair, like there's more, and the chair itself swivels so I can turn back. Here I'm just trying to do it on a folding chair and it's never quite right. We love Maggie. We love cupcake. That's a fact. All day long, sing the song about, ooh, yeah, yeah. They don't have hearts. No, they have no emotions for anybody else at all. No empathy. And just think about their phrase that they always say. Your feelings don't override my rights. I don't care about your feelings. And this is the thing, and I've made this point before because I hear it a lot, not from the frauditors, but from people saying like, there's the famous Ben Shapiro quote, right? Facts don't care about your feelings. But see, that's the difference, though. That's the thing. It's a very important distinction. Because if you say, this is a McDonald's cup and it's made of plastic, and someone gets offended because plastic, if you don't recycle, can be whatever, it's like, okay, but you're arguing what I just said. This is a plastic cup. This is a plastic cup. I mean, you might feel offended by me saying that, but it is a plastic cup. So I'm sorry. Your feelings have nothing to do with me telling the truth. But lying and being an asshat just for the purpose of being an asshat, and them saying, would you please just not film me? That's a completely different thing. Well, I don't care about your feelings. I'm going to film you even more because you asked me not to. That's completely different. That's not you stating a fact. That's you being a jagbag for the sake of being a jagbag. That's you being rude for the sake of being rude. That's you intentionally. And especially one of the things that drives me absolutely batshit crazy, off the rails insane with these lunatics, these vile thugs, these punks, these bullies, these frauditors, is when they go through this whole thing and they give you their whole spiel. And okay, if you didn't want to be on camera, well, first of all, when they say you shouldn't even leave your house if you don't want to be on camera, it's again, you, Mr. Frauditor, the guy who's fighting for freedom, is telling us, we the people, that we need to hide at home, never leave our houses, and if we do, we have to wear a disguise. We're not allowed to leave our house without a disguise on. In your more free world, sounds like less freedom to me. Sounds like I can't just decide right now I want to go take a walk. No, I have to go and get dressed from head to toe in a disguise first, because that's your more free world, is where I have to worry about that, right? But that isn't even the one that I'm harping on. It's when people come up to them and they say, well, I wouldn't be filming you if you didn't approach the camera. Why don't you just walk away? And so then the people disengage and walk away. And what happens? What have we seen a bazillion times? When somebody says, okay, fine, disengages and walks away, what does the frauditor do? In fact, before I even say it, let's see if some people in the chat can see what I'm getting at. Frauditor's filming somebody. Say, please don't film me. Well, if you don't want to be filmed, don't approach the camera. You don't want me to film you, walk away. So they walk away. What does the cameraman do? Does he just keep filming what he came there to film? because now the person disengaged and walked away. So now they're just, okay, fine. They don't want to be on camera. They left so they wouldn't be on camera. Is that what they do? Auditing Auditor says, if you want to make money on YouTube, do what frauditors do. If you want to bridge the gap as they claim, follow me. I've already done that here. Exactly. Follows them with the camera. Follows them with the camera. Follows them with the camera. How many times have we seen it? You don't want me to record you? Walk away. They walk away. They follow them with the camera. Sometimes they'll follow them to their car and purposely go out of the way to film their license plate number. What would their argument be? If there was a frauditor watching me right now, what would they say? Well, yeah, legally I could film it because I could see it. You just said, if you don't want me to film you, walk away. So they walk away and you continue to film them. Now, you lied. You built a false narrative. You lied to your fans. You lied to your victims. You don't care. No souls, no hearts, no empathy. They're not human. They treat everyone else like we're not human. We're NPCs in their game of YouTube clout. Well, legally, I can follow them and stalk them and be a creepy weirdo as long as I'm recording it. And that's the problem. When that guy says, oh, wearing a badge doesn't grant you extra rights, well, holding a camera doesn't grant you extra rights. These guys think if they're engaged in a First Amendment protected activity, filming, recording, then they literally can do whatever they want because they're engaged in a First Amendment protected activity while they're doing it. So that's their shield from all responsibility. Now they have none. Why not? Film yourself robbing a bank. Why not? Because you're engaged in a First Amendment protected activity while doing it, so that makes it okay. But no, they don't do that. They just try to destroy people's lives. And they don't have to steal because they're doing it for money. They're getting paid to do it. But I always say, hey, if you're evil, if you're a thug, if you're a bully, if you're a punk anyway, and then you go online and you see frauditor videos, you think, hey, these people are getting paid for acting the way I act anyway? Cool. Grab my camera, go out and start recording myself doing what I do anyway, because I'm a scumbag, and then I'll get paid for it. Get paid to be a slime ball. And look at somebody like freaking Media. I made a video about him and about his channel getting taken down, and I'm getting thousands and thousands of comments from his sheeple, sycophant, brainwashed followers talking about what a great hero he is and how stupid I am for thinking a guy who goes around going, hey, F you C-U-N-T, hey, kiss my ass, you piece of crap. Oh, look at me pepper spraying you. Hey, look at me pepper spraying you. Oh, what a genius he is. And then he's burping. Hey, I have a burping contest with my fans to see how loud I can burp. And then somebody walks up to him, hey, F you piece of crap, and swear and insult him and call them names and call him the, what did he say, children of a lesbian cluster up and pepper spraying people and creeping in on girls, not just filming through the glass, but intentionally slamming his camera really hard against the glass to make damn sure the people inside hear a loud banging noise and look to see what it is. Oh, the guy's a great hero. He's genius. You're an idiot for saying that what he does is bad just because what he does is bad. How dare you mention that he's being an asshole just because he's being an asshole? Brainwashed, sheeple, sycophant, lens-licking, heartless, soulless, unempathetic scum, scummity scum. These guys are scum. Scummity scum, slimy old scum. What's he explaining about? I'm explaining about the stupidity of the dumbness of the idiots that are not smart. Hey, got my coffee today. Can you tell? What the hell? Oh, yeah, I was going to show a video. Ladies and gentlemen, unclean hands. All right. It's Monday. All right.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we've got New York State Audit. He's a little unhappy. He's been put on what he calls the Capital Region Crime Analysis Center list. He is not very happy about that. He's a targeted citizen now. The truth is he's just an ignorant moron that doesn't know what he's talking about. But let's check out his counter with because he thought he'd go to a gym, because he knew he'd get a little bit of attention there. So let's check this out.
Oh no, I'm just recording.
For what purpose?
Just for my own personal purpose. Yeah. Hello, how are you today? May I ask who I'm speaking to since you approached me? Alrighty, have a good day. Oh, there she is recording me. Yeah, I caught her recording me there. I think she was taking a picture. Oh, sorry? I'm doing good. You? No problem. Who am I speaking to? I'm just recording, just a beautiful day. I figured I'd just get a shot of everything. Pretty much, that's about it.
Yeah, and the only reason I stopped to have a conversation with you and find out it is a jail facility, and and it is a government building, which again, not illegal. You're in a public place, but
right.
It's a little weird. You know what I mean? And it's not.
So I'm not on.
Y'all notice that little jump cut there? I don't know what that was all about. There was no reason to have a jump cut right there, right in mid-conversation with that cop. That cop said something he didn't want you to hear. He probably called him by his name, Daniel. I think that's what his name is. But anyway, let's finish watching.
Their property, and I'm just recording from what I can see in public, so.
Again, you're not wrong, but again, filming in a jail, it's a little bit odd. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, and again, you don't have to. Do you mind if I get your name?
You
don't leave it alone.
See, you were doing good until you asked me my name, because I'm not committing a crime. I don't, I'm.
Like any conversation I have with a person, I can introduce myself, say my name is Valentino Villa, and introduce yourself. Again, I'm just trying to tell my boss, just be advised, there's a guy out here filming, his name's this, and he's good to go. But I'm not demanding it, I'm asking it.
Well, if you demanded it, it'd be unlawful. Yeah, that'd be an unlawful order,
If you tell me no, then I mean, you tell me no, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not like I'm gonna
well, since we've been talking cordially, I haven't gotten a chance to answer you because I've been hearing you out. Respectfully, I'm just gonna decline giving you
another pointless jump cut. Why does he keep cutting the video out when he's talking to this cop? Why does he keep cutting little sections out of it? That would be very interesting to find out.
My information and stuff, if it was a lawful order because I, committed a crime or you had some kind of, reasonable, articulable suspicion or something, I will, oblige. But in this case, I'm not, because I haven't done anything wrong.
No, and you're right, 100%. Yeah, that's fine.
Was that you take a picture?
Yeah, I did, just to put it in description.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not illegal for me to take a picture.
Well, I'm sure it's in your policy. You shouldn't be using your phone while you're working. But I don't know. I'm
going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can always look that up.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, that's fine. But, yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm just, again, it's just a little
But
weird.
again, hey, you are in public, so
100%.
hey, feel free to take my picture. I'm just saying, I don't know what the policy is, so I don't know if you should be taking my picture and stuff while you're on duty. But hey, I'm not here to argue that. So.
Yeah, we know why you're there. You're there so somebody will call the cops, so you can have a little encounter, make a little YouTube video, and make yourself look like a bigger moron than we already know that you are. But anyway, let's take a little break from this video. We'll get back to it, but I want to check in on Erie County and see what he's up to. Anyway, hang on. Here we go.
Jesus should have just obeyed the law. No one is above the law, not even Jesus Christ. You say back to blue, but they killed the King of the Jews. Jesus Christ, crucified for free speech. back to blue until it happens to you.
Well, would you look at that? He doesn't know the difference between a soldier and a police officer. The Romans killed Jesus, and they were soldiers. They weren't police, you moron. Good God, what's wrong with these people? Anyway, let's continue with New York audits, whatever the hell his name is.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a sergeant. And I'm a supervisor, and I'm gonna tell you that, again, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not like peeping Tom, taking pictures.
Okay. You were doing good until you asked me for my name. Yeah. So.
Well, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At our angle, everybody that I talk to, I get their name regardless. It could be.
Yeah. I'm saying if it's something cordial, fine. But you're coming here because I'm assuming someone called.
Nope.
Or something.
So I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I was sending an email, right? And I seen you take a picture of the frame, which is not bad.
Oh, so you were the gentleman in the car.
Yeah, yep.
Awesome.
And then also I seen you filming, and my concern.
Yeah, so you saw what I was doing.
Yeah, I did.
I was looking at the plaque and recording the plaque.
Not wrong. But my concern is that we do have employee people's parking, so I just didn't want you to record their plates. You know what I mean?
But I never did.
And you didn't.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you were watching me.
I really wasn't.
You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna be.
So you only saw me when I was recording. Hey, that's fine.
And it was by the
car. But when you were watching me, I wasn't recording anybody's license plate. And if I did, if I'm recording from a public sidewalk, I have a right to record regardless.
Yep.
So even if you saw me doing that, that's not even a reason to approach me.
No, but my concern, and I'm going to be honest with you, was the plates on the cars.
Okay.
I think this officer can actually out-talk this guy. I think he can actually out-talk the auditor. That's wonderful. I love that. He keeps talking over him and shit. It's funny.
And but again, I
don't have a database. I don't have the ability to type in their license plate and find out who they are.
Yeah, sir. But and you're right. But here's the thing: is people are savvy. You know what I mean?
Come on, though. Come on.
Listen.
Look, I'm in crutches, guy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you're doing anything.
I'm saying, but think about it.
I'm going to tell you like this. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm not, there's no detain. I'm just having a conversation. Since you told me you're writing an article and you don't even care about the cars.
I don't care. They're here. Hey, if they're in the shot, they're in the shot.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. You shouldn't take people while future purposes, future reasons.
Well, he gets almost done with his audit, and he finally figures out how to make his camera work right so he's not filming up and down. Jesus Christ. I don't know about these guys. They're a little annoying. This guy is particularly annoying. He runs around New York State all over the place, bothering people for no apparent reason other than to make video.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen,
that's not cool.
Yeah. Well,
and it's not, and from what I believe, it's not in your policy to be doing that.
So supervisors have other we'll say freedoms, right?
Okay.
And here's the other thing. I have it recorded 24/7 on this, anyways.
That's fine.
When it works. So
right, but that's what's that got to do with your personal phone?
Well, no, it's one of those close-up things. Again,
you still got my picture?
I do 100%. Got it.
Awesome. See, and that's the thing. And that's the thing that I don't know if it's good or bad. You know what I mean? Because you got my picture.
You're recording us, right? It's kind of those things, right?
Right. So, but I'm filming to disseminate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Everything I'm doing.
So am I.
No, you took my picture. Now, who are you going to disseminate my picture to? Other sheriffs?
Yeah, because I don't want them to keep going. Hey, you're doing something. Hey, this individual's doing this, and that's it. Listen, happens,
So you took my picture to give it to other sheriffs, so they
other
can
deputies.
Other deputies.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can leave me alone.
Going on outside. Well, I don't know about leave you alone.
Poor Daniel, he just doesn't get it. He doesn't know when he's been beaten. This guy is walking all over him. The guy's hilarious. Come on.
Oh, sure. Hey, this gentleman's doing this, and this, I talked to him, and this is why he's doing it.
That's it. So because I heard. So you gave it to PD Jones my picture.
Yes, probably.
In the email, right? So you sent my picture through an email to all the Schenectady County sheriffs, and you think that's okay?
Yeah, it's not illegal.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out.
Okay.
Because to my knowledge, that's not okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you took my picture while you were on duty with your personal phone.
Correct.
Okay, which you shouldn't be doing. All right.
Well, that's
to my knowledge, you shouldn't be. Yeah. If you're gonna do it, at least you know what's gonna happen.
What's that?
People could file FOIA requests, like I already did. So any information that you have on me, any emails on me, text messages, all that, don't erase them. All right, because I already filed a FOIA request for that.
All right, when I get that, then we'll go for it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the county to do that. The only issue I have is that picture thing. And I honestly have even more of an issue because you sending my picture out to other deputies.
Yeah, you'd never send somebody's picture out or video out of anybody else ever, would you, Daniel? You freaking moron. That's all you do. That's all you do. Send out other people's pictures without their permission. What a moron. Jesus, I hate this guy.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need people. What are they going to watch me? What you guys watching me for? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm filming, you should already know I'm within my right to film.
And I'm within my right to take a picture.
That depends. It depends on what you're doing it for. It depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it to look out for me for future things, to watch out for me, oh, there he goes. That's not cool. It's not cool to do that.
But what if I'm doing it for other reasons?
Like what? If a crime comes up, you could be like, oh, well, they was around. And you could just put me to it. No, that's uncool too. That's not cool too.
8 days after publishing my video, I received a response regarding my Freedom of Information law requests made in May of 2022. In the email, the Schenectady County Records Access Officer tells me that the Schenectady County Sheriff's Office has stated that no documents exist relating to my request. Now, how could that be? I have footage of him taking a picture of me, plus the footage of him admitting to how he sent my picture to other deputies through email. 6 months ago, I visited the Albany County Judicial Center to pick up some paperwork when I saw my picture at the front desk. This is what they had on their desk: a bulletin about me. It had my name, my date of birth, my address. If you look at the bottom right corner, you'll see the picture that Schenectady Sergeant Valentin Ariola took of me.
Well, here's a picture of that officer, and he's not complaining about it. He didn't say anything about you taking his picture and posting it all over the internet. So what are you crying about? Quit being such a whiner. These guys are all such whiners. They have such a fit when somebody takes their picture without their permission. It's just so hypocritical.
What happened to the records that I requested not existing? But why would they waste resources like this over someone exercising their First Amendment right? The Capital Region Crime Analysis Center is part of a network of 10 real-time crime analysis centers supported by the New York State Division of Criminal Justice.
Okay, I had to stop the video right there because I was just about to bust out into tears feeling sad for this guy. I really care about his little butt hurt feelings. I really give a shit. Anyway, let's just jump right ahead to another short video I've got of the notorious Travis Hines, the traveler, the guy that drives his chicken coop around and has all kinds of fun. Anyway, let's check out his very recent stuff where, like he does every other day, gets told to get the hell out of the parking lot by a cop.
It's a place to hang out, right?
No, this is a private business. You can't just hang out here.
Okay, well, I mean, I see you have a picnic area. I thought it'd be okay. Oh, you got your flashing lights?
Yeah, and with security, with DA, this is private property.
It's not a picnic area, you idiot. It's for the employees to go and relax when they're on break. God, this guy is dumber than dirt.
Okay.
Camp out here.
Yeah, I mean, I could take off, sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're closing up for the day, and I noticed the vehicle sitting here, so.
Okay, yeah. I'll take off.
Yeah. You grab your stuff, head on out. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. What is this guy? He must be making some kind of money off of his channel or something, because even though he lives in his car and all that, he has all this fancy pants camera equipment. He's got a camera mounted on his car that follows him around as he walks around filming everything. I don't know what Travis is up to. But anyway, I wanted to go back to the video we were showing right before that. Cop should have told this douche canoe there's no expectation of privacy in public, right? That would have been great. But here's the thing. And I've tried to have this Jason Gutterman, have this conversation with some of these boneheads in the past. Talking to them is like talking to a wall. It's like this. Okay. There's a no filming policy in a building. Well, that policy doesn't apply to me, so I can film. Okay. That's one thing. But they're actively fighting to get the no filming policy removed. That sign's unconstitutional. You need to take that sign down. So they're not just arguing that the no filming policy doesn't apply to me. They're saying that the policy itself is unconstitutional. Therefore, they need to take that sign down. But if somebody's filming them, now, hey, you have a no recording policy. I'm going to try to get you in trouble. I'm going to try to get you fired. I'm going to fire your stuff. I'm going to try to put you under criminal prosecution for taking pictures of me on your personal phone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If your whole goal in life was to get anti-filming policies taken away because they're unconstitutional, shouldn't you be embracing when other people are filming you? Saying, yes, help me fight the anti-filming policies. No, you only want to fight the anti-filming policies that are against you filming. Otherwise, you support no filming policies. Hey, you're not allowed to film me. You can't film me. I can film whatever I want, though, because the Constitution. But the Constitution doesn't apply to you. I've heard them say flat out, you have no rights as soon as you put on a uniform. You have no rights as soon as you sign up for a government job. Really? Really? In the United States of America, if I get offered a good job with good pay, with good benefits, with pension, that means that I'm forfeiting all my rights? Harry's Berries, DMA sucks. Yes, he does. Nightman's wife, what's up? Great to see you. Good morning, Hez. Good morning, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. DMA has gone soft sit. Oh, yeah. He's been out of his mind forever, and he's just getting nuttier and nuttier. Oh, man, these guys are crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. All these frauditors are crazy. Hey, NCR, welcome to the show. We showed one of your videos earlier. Great to see you, buddy. All right. Shenanigans. All right. Anyway, yeah, we just got done watching a Travis Hines video a minute ago, and this is only another 20 seconds. So let's go ahead and move up to the next one. Now, the next video I wanted to show is interesting because this is a lucid dream video. And it's about cult news. Now, this specific event in this video, I've covered it before, but Lucid Dream in this video has the body cam footage. And I've never seen the body cam footage of this specific arrest before, or this interaction. So I thought it was, thank you, Hez. It's good to be back. Oh, it's great to have you back. Absolutely. But yeah, so again, even though I've covered other people covering this event before. I haven't seen the body cam footage until now when Lucid Dream did it. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to see. Plus, the fact of the matter is, Cult News Network very quickly had moved to the top. I mean, months ago, he moved to the top of my list of like they're all slime, but like they're different levels of slime, right? Like getting lower and lower and lower and deeper into the depths of scumbaggery, you know? And Cult News is way, 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 way down at the bottom, you know, with your SGV News and your Eli's and, you know, all these absolutely blatantly vicious thug punk, you know, Casey Camera Boys, Lizard Media's like really, really, really scumbags, you know, like people like Amendment Press and, you know, Long Island Audit and all these guys that have their sycophant, sheeple, lens-licking fans convinced that they're good guys because they don't just walk up to random people and start cursing them out and calling old ladies' names and like doing the Josh Abrams treatment, trying to make them cry because they think it's funny when they make people cry, right? Like, they're scumbags, but these guys are like absolutely blatantly thug, punk, scumbag, slimeball, evil, vicious, rotten thugs, bullies, punks. Any bad thing you could think to say about these people is what they are. Cult News is right at the top of that list. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lucid dream version of the body cam footage of this interaction. That, again, this happened a while ago, but I hadn't seen the body cam footage, so I found it interesting to watch it from this point of view. Let's go.
Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and today we have a gift from Bodycam Uncensored 314. I know we just had a cult news video. I hate even saying the name, but we get to watch him be detained and essentially made fun of by a police officer. So I figure it's a win. If you are not subscribed to Bodycam Uncensored 314, I will leave his channel link in the description box. Highly recommend taking a look. First and foremost, though, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would not be here. So as always, every day, thank you. Let's go ahead and get into it. I've already seen this, but I enjoyed it, so we're going to watch it again.
Good, how are you?
Taking pictures of the computers, like identity theft or whatever. And he's still out front, just like, hey, he's not doing nothing wrong. I think he's allowed to take pictures over their shoulders.
So, what kind of information was it they had?
They were about, computers, and he's staring to the window, taking pictures.
Like, was he on the sidewalk doing it? Yeah.
He's trying to into their, we took pictures of him doing it. They called their security team. They locked the doors and everything.
His head right there?
Yeah, see how he's taking pictures of their computers?
He's banging on my door window calling me a moron.
That's it.
And his account is on his phone, so I don't know if you can get his phone, but there's account numbers on
If this is the guy, Thingo, he's got some little local news, whatever company, and he likes to file against anybody. Like, if he's on the sidewalk, there ain't gonna be much I can do. He'll be trying to file all kinds of crap. Yeah, this is the guy that has his little news thing.
Yeah, there you go. You dipshits supposed to bank for a camera. Knock yourself down. I'll come down every day and they shut Fifth Third Bank down just by photographing on the sidewalk.
So basically,
yeah, it's okay. Basically, he has a right to photograph on the sidewalk.
Don't talk to him. Do whatever it is you want to do.
Are you gonna arrest me?
Let's go.
He's threatened me all day.
Listen.
I did not threaten you.
You can't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
This guy's nuts.
Yes, that is a threat.
That's a threat too.
That is a threat.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. If you start sparking a taser, I'm going to take that as menacing, and I will arrest you for menacing. Put your taser up.
He's done it 5 times.
I said I will defend myself. When you came out here,
let me tell you something. If you start sparking a taser at them, that will be menacing, and I will arrest you for that.
They were very aggressive.
I want to be very clear with you.
Got it.
I understand. You got your little news. Just stop talking. I've dealt with you before. I know what you're up to. You try to invoke people to get mad, whatever it is.
No, I'm trying to exercise my First Amendment rights. That's it.
He's stupid. So.
No, he took that taser out. That's the 3rd time he took that taser out.
He's already threatened us a couple times.
I love this officer's honesty. He calls the guy stupid right away. I love it. Someone needs to put this asshole in his place. He really needs it.
So, with him being on the sidewalk, there's literally nothing I can do. He's an idiot. He's a complete nut.
Can I press charges for him threatening me?
I mean, specifically, like, what did he threaten you?
He took that taser out.
He took that taser out already.
And was pushing the button at me.
So, I mean, like, whenever okay, so, like, what was, like, going down? Like,
so I came out.
Was you guys arguing? He pulled it out?
No, that man was standing in front of her window. I'm the one that saw him. He was standing in front of her window with that phone propped in front of her.
I didn't even know he was in
He
the
could have
window.
people's information on that phone with their account numbers and stuff.
So,
That's an offense. That's federal.
with him, like, if he's standing on a public place where he can legally be, and he's taking pictures, like, there's.
I mean, so I'm supposed to. I mean, I know I have to sit here and work.
Right, yeah, I mean,
he's
it's like.
standing here recording me on my computer.
I understand, but he's in a public place, and you're.
And
in
so
front
if
of
I
the, you're
go
in front of the
out
window.
to ask him to stop and he takes his taser out, that's a problem.
So if he makes threats with it, and let me see where he's at.
He did. He threatened us all And if you don't take matters into it, I will call.
Hey, come here for a second. I want to talk to you. So listen, there's the bottom line. They felt threatened because you pulled the taser out and sparked it. So they want to report. So I need your ID.
So what law have I broken here?
I said they felt threatened because you pulled your taser out and sparked it in front of me. That can be viewed as menacing, okay? They felt threatened.
So
like, I'm not going to argue with you.
I don't want to know what the law is. So you're saying
it's menacing.
So you're saying I broke
I'm telling
the
you
law.
this. I'm going to tell you right now.
So you're writing a ticket for
Give me your ID.
I'm asking you if I committed a
I am
crime.
ordering you to give me your ID because I'm going to take a report because they felt threatened because you sparked the taser at them. Now give me your ID right now.
Okay, so I don't
care about your camera. Put your stuff down and give me your ID. I'm losing my patience.
Okay, you're losing.
Listen, I'm going to put you in custody. I'm going to arrest you for felon ID.
Okay, I asked what law I'm breaking. You're going to arrest me because I asked.
I'm taking a report because you were menacing them with the taser. I'm going to take a report.
So what?
Put that down.
Okay, so what?
And give me your ID.
So what law did I don't have no ID on me. I don't carry an ID on me. What law did I break?
What's your information?
What law did I break?
Give me your name.
I would like to know. You're not going to tell me what law I broke.
I'm telling you. I just said menacing. How many times I got to tell you menacing?
That's
an offense. Okay.
What is
I saw you spark the taser at him. You pulled a taser out and sparked it. That's menacing.
With the police officer standing there.
So this moron sparked the taser in front of the police officer and thinks he's going to get away without giving his ID. He thinks he's going to get away and be able to just walk off while the police officer is inside. Okay.
So you did it before I got there too. Okay, I'm done talking to you.
I'm asking you a question.
Provide me your information now. Provide me your information right now. I'm going to arrest you for felon ID.
So what do you want exactly?
I'm going to take a report, and you're going to give me your information for it.
Okay, I'll give you.
And if you don't, I'm going to arrest you for felon ID. I'm losing my patience, dude.
I understand. I'm just asking you a clarification.
Okay, last time.
Dude, I'm asking you for a clarification.
You want to go in cuffs?
I'm asking.
Tell me your information. You're going to tell it to me. I'm done talking.
Mike Norton. Is that good enough for you?
No, I want your social. I want your date of birth. I want your address.
I have no obligation to my social. Date of birth, address, and name. You do not.
So, couple things with this, because again, I have seen this footage before, but not the body cam footage, just like his version of it. But what's interesting about this on a couple levels is, first of all, like that whatever said something in the chat about like, we'll just ignore him. Here's the thing that these idiots never, I don't know what's wrong with their brains that they can't comprehend simple concepts, right? Like, if you're recording me when I'm doing, you're recording my business. They always say, well, I'm just minding my own business. No, you're not. You're recording my business. Yeah, but there's no privacy in public. I'm talking about minding your own business. Recording my business is literally the opposite of you minding your own business. How am I supposed to ignore you? When you point the camera at me, you're inviting me in. As soon as you point the camera at me, you are inviting me. You're opening the door. You're saying, hey, look, I'm recording you. Why are you recording me? Because I have the right to record whatever I see, and I see you. Okay, you legally have the right to do it. Why are you doing it to me? Because you're there. All right, so if you were stabbing somebody, why are you stabbing me? Oh, because you were standing there. Oh, well, that's not the same thing as stabbing somebody. No, it's not. But you guys draw false equivalencies all the time, so why can't we? Turnabout is fair play, right? You can't go out in public unless you create your own privacy. So then, otherwise I could just record your business and call that minding my own business. That's literally the opposite of minding your own business. Just ignore them. How am I going to ignore them when they're recording my business, which is none of their damn business? Oh, we'll just close the blinds. So again, who's the bigger tyrant? The person who's doing their job and just wants to do their job, or the person sitting outside who says you're not allowed to have sunlight because you have to close your blinds to hide from me. So everyone in the world just has to hide from frauditors. That's the more free world that they want to build. It's a world where everyone just hides from frauditors all day. Just, if you're going to leave your house, either don't leave your house or wear a disguise from head to toe. If you're at work, close your blinds, keep your computer turned away from everything, keep all your paperwork like this where no one can see it with their camera, just in case someone comes in with the camera. And if somebody comes in, you have to flip it over and you can't keep working. You have to stop working so that they can tell their fans that you're wasting tax dollars by not doing anything. And the reason why you're not doing anything is because you're creating the privacy that they told you. Well, if I come in here and I'm in film and just flip the papers over, well, I can't work on them if they're flipped over. I have to not do my job when you're filming. And then you're going to tell your fans, look at this lazy piece of crap not doing any work. Yeah, because you're here filming everything that I'm doing, so I have to flip the paper over and turn my computer off or you're going to film it. I'm creating privacy. But these guys don't see that. All they see is, I'm holding a camera so I can do what I want, so screw you. Die. I got a camera. You can die. Screw you. I have a camera. And this whole, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chats, because seriously, I don't know. The way I was raised, the idea, because when the cop asks for ID, like, of course I don't have ID on me. Why would I have ID? Like, carrying around an ID is like this insane idea that he's never heard of. The way I was raised, walking out the door without your ID at all was a completely insane idea that I had never heard of. It was drilled into me. You leave in your house, hey, you got your ID, make sure you have your ID in your pocket. Don't leave without your ID. What are you, nuts? You're going to go out in public without your ID? What if something happens? Like, I've never even heard of people not having an ID when they go outside. And maybe that was just my family and the way I was raised. But this guy, he's acting like, ID? What is this ID of which you speak? And why in the world would anyone leave their house with an ID in their pocket? That's a crazy notion. Looking at the cop like he's a lunatic for thinking that he might have an ID with him. Why would I have an ID? Why wouldn't you? Why would anyone ever walk around without one? What if something horrible happens? How are they going to identify you? Well, they could do teeth records. So yeah, make them go. Don't have stuff on you that they could contact your family or friends immediately if there's an emergency. No, make them have to do a 6-month investigation while you're missing and they're trying to figure out if you're the body. Ever since I was 15, I had some kind of ID, whether it's my school or my state ID. That's what I'm saying. Even before, it isn't about driver's license. We had state ID. We had to at least have that on us. Like, come on. He drove down there without his driver's. Oh, I'm sure he has an ID, and he's just playing dumb because he is dumb. I guess he's not playing. No, and I've said this before, and I'll say this again, too. A lot of these guys, one of the reasons why I have no respect for these guys at all is because, yes, I like to call them stupid, but actually, I have less respect for them because they're not that stupid, which means they're doing it on purpose, which means they have mens rea. They have intent. They know exactly what they're doing, and they do it on purpose, which just makes them even bigger scumbags. Because they're like, I'm going to treat people like dirt intentionally just to be a dirtbag. Because I'm going to get paid if I post videos of me being a scumbag. Yeah. Or they just get off on being a scumbag. They just enjoy it. And this frauditing movement gives them an excuse to be even scummier.
I need to get my social.
Good. You want me to arrest you?
For not giving you my social security
I want all your identifying information.
Name, address, and date of birth.
I'm done. Last chance. Are you going to or no?
So if I don't give my social security
I'm going to arrest you if you don't give me all your information.
And my social security number.
I'm done talking.
I don't have my social security number memorized. I have it.
Yeah, you do. I'm not playing this stupid game.
I have my name, my address,
okay,
my date of birth.
I will detain you and escort you back to my car. I don't care.
Let's go. Let's go back to your car. You want to handcuff me and do that? How are we going to do this?
Get your crap and
let's go. What is the crime you say? Menacing, which is the ORC is for what?
I can arrest you for
what is the ORC?
It's a slatable offense.
What's the ORC?
I'm done talking to you about this. Let's go.
Then let's
start walking.
All right. All right, he's gonna arrest me. Let's go. Get this on camera. I'm not breaking the law. He's a guy.
You just try to create these stupid interactions for your little YouTube, whatever.
I don't think people act like fools. I aim a camera, and whether they act like fools or not is their choice. Menacing. What is the ORC for that? I mean, I just don't know why you can't tell me what the law is that I'm breaking. Menacing? So if I tell somebody I will defend myself and show that I might have a functioning taser, that is menacing. Got it.
I'm with their info. Stay right here.
I'm menacing by letting them know that I will defend myself.
Let's go down there. Let's just go to my car. Come down here. I was gonna talk to them, but I'm gonna get on.
I'm menacing by letting them know I'll defend myself. Defend yourself from what? From somebody asking you not to film? This is why I don't understand how their sycophant sheeple fans, their lens lickers, fall for this crap. And believe it. I'm just trying to defend myself from what? From people asking you not to film them? From people telling you they don't like being filmed? They always talk about freedom this, freedom that, but nobody has the freedom to say, please don't film me. You say that, you're going to be punished for it. You cannot, you are not allowed to ask a frauditor not to film you. They will not allow it. You will be punished for doing so. But they say they're trying to increase freedom and get rid of tyranny? They're literally doing the exact opposite of that. And every one of their victims, every person that they do this to, is another person that if any, somewhere down the line, if any politicians come around proposing laws that would actually limit people's right to film, those people are going to the polls and they're remembering, hey, I saw one of these guys once. He pepper sprayed me. Hey, I saw one of these guys once. He pulled a taser on me. Hey, I saw one of these guys once. He called me a piece of crap. He called me a bootlicker. He called me a Karen. He made my wife cry. He made my girlfriend quit her job. He got my friend fired. He got my business shut down from all the call flooding. Those people, when they go to the polls, are going to support laws that limit our rights. You're creating the laws that supposedly you're fighting against. Anti-filming law, right, wouldn't even be on the table if you guys weren't out there causing trouble. If you literally were just calmly filming and not doing anything, nobody would care. It's not the camera, it's the idiot holding it. And every time you hurt someone's feelings, that you don't care about their feelings, you're creating a voter who's going to support laws that will limit our rights. Thanks a lot, douche canoes. You're trying to make the world worse. You're trying to make it so no one's allowed to leave their house without wearing a disguise, where no one can do their job because somebody might show up with a camera and film them, so they have to hide everything. Nobody can just have a conversation with a person at a kiosk. No, they have to take them in the back and lock them in a soundproof booth. Otherwise, you're going to record all of it. Where's the freedom in a world where everyone has to do everything like this because a frauditor might be... And if you say, please don't film me, you get punished for saying those words. How is that better? You idiots. You morons. You butterbrain douche canoes. You potato brain slime balls. And if you don't like it, you get pepper sprayed. Or you get humiliated. Or you get... Jason Gutterman sauce sandwich ass eating crack. What? What? Did I lose something? It's Monday, guys. come from? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I lost my mind for a moment there, but I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I was in Delaware, crossing the water in a boat, on a moat, wearing a coat. It's Monday morning. What do you want from me, guys?
Stuff first. And then I'll talk to them. They want to go take this report to the prosecutor's office and see if they want to press charges.
No, I'll defend myself. Got it. I was 5 feet away from him, letting them know I have a functioning taser. Menace.
Keep walking. You parked right around the corner.
You can't tell me what the RC is on now. And it seems like I don't know what it is. I'm breaking the law. Somebody get pulled over. Oh, you're speeding. All right, well, there you go. The RC is on that. And then someday we'll defend myself. And they're aggressively coming at me. Multiple people. Yeah.
Thanks to the jury for the search. For a female 519 headquarters ID in the 5th, getting 16396.7.
Set your stuff down right here.
Copy 445.
Set your camera down. Set your bag down.
Is it too much to wish for that he dropped that ridiculously expensive looking camera? That would really like make my day.
Stay out of your bag.
I'm going to put this in my bag. There's nothing in my bag that says no.
You got a taser.
Other than a taser, there's nothing else.
Put the camera in there. And then set the bag down. Now I'm going to pat you down. Put your hands behind your back. Put your palms together. Put your palms together.
Female
500. Come over here.
And then Harding Hospital, getting mileage 745.
It's going to sit right there.
Copy 446.
Get here and have a seat.
Here?
Yep.
165.
Now, give me your info.
Mike Norton.
Is that short for Michael, or is it
Yeah,
Mike?
it's short for Michael.
Okay, well, I asked for your name. Not short names, not nicknames. Norton. How do you spell it?
Norton. Hey, Stacy, be a pal and record this, please.
What's your date of birth?
6/29/68.
What's your social?
I do not have my social memorized. I've worked for myself for decades. I have a social security card at home. I don't remember the last time.
What's your
I used
address?
my social.
So you live here in Columbus or what?
I'm pretty sure that is it. So I literally just gave you my address.
Okay, like, why are you always here in Columbus if you live here?
I love Columbus. I travel a lot, and I.
Where do you stay at when you're in Columbus?
Where do I stay when I'm in Columbus?
Why do you keep answering my questions with a question?
I'm trying to
because you're
clarify.
You're trying to make things up. You're trying to
No,
lie.
you asked for my address. I give you my address, and that's not good enough for you. So
Okay,
now
well, you're constantly around Columbus. So I find it hard to believe you live in Colorado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
What's your phone number?
I stay
What's
in
your phone number?
hotels.
Okay, give me.
8661. You arrest journalists often?
It's so refreshing to see him be treated like the piece of trash that he is. So the officer took the report and he brought it back to the bank so they could contact the prosecutor. He was not arrested on scene. I wish he was, but I still enjoyed the interaction. The officer's disdain for this asshole was very, very apparent and very, very deserved. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see, and I will catch you on the next one.
Yes. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Lucid Dream. All right. Yes. Love it. Yeah. This guy, he's such a slime ball. Cult News is it's so good to see a cop treating him the way he deserves to be treated, you know? But I always, like, sometimes I wish I could be in the cop's shoes, you know, because I know there's certain things they can't say or whatever. But sometimes there are things I wish they would. Just like, you arrest journalists often? Why? Do you know one? Why? Do you know any? Show me where there's a journalist. Maybe I'll talk to him and see what we can do. I'm a journalist. Why? Because you own a phone? Everyone owns a phone, you idiot. Yeah, everyone's a journalist. So then what's the point of having journalism? If literally everyone is that, then why is that even a thing? Just the fact that you exist is you're a journalist. Yay. Here's your Pulitzer. Everyone gets one. Like I say, the problem that these idiots don't seem to understand is that to be a journalist, at the very least, bare minimum, you have to engage in journalism. I've barely, okay, like, again, to be fair, any absolutes, any umbrella blanket statements are going to have exceptions. So not literally, but 99% of the time, I've never seen any of these guys engage in any actual journalism ever. And if they have, it was almost always, I would say 99% of the times that they did, out of the 0.1% of the time that they actually do engage in journalism, 99% of those are by accident. Like they're there filming and then something actually does happen and they just happen to catch it by accident. They didn't actually come there to cover the situation. Yo, my peeps, you heard? Paul Cohen with his Eli impersonation. All right. What's up, Paul? Great to see you. Yeah. And journalism includes rules. See, that's the thing. Like, one of my favorite examples, and I see it all the time, is when one of these guys will walk into a place and start asking questions about what the place is and what they do there and what services they offer. Say, wait a minute. You're a journalist? You don't even know where you are? You chose a target that you don't even know what it is just because you saw the word public on the outside of the building? Public Defender's Office. Oh, public. That means I could go in there and film. So where's the journalism? You didn't even research to know what the building was you were walking into. You're just walking down the street, see the word public and walk in there. See the word post office and walk in. Whatever. City Hall. Oh, you just walk in. You don't know. What do you guys do here? And again, oh, well, if you ask permission from our media department and they'll give you a tour and show you everything and interview. Oh, no. I don't want to know all that stuff. Well, then what's the journalism? I'm here to cover a story. What story? That you could stand in the lobby? That's your story? Literally anyone could stand in the lobby. That's not a story. That's just an idiot standing in the lobby. There's no story there. Like I always say, the way these guys do their journalism is the equivalent to somebody starting a fire so that they can cover a fire, because that's a newsworthy event. But they start the fire so that they can cover it. They create the story. That's the problem. That's the thing that they never get. They say, I'm here. I'm a journalist working on a story. What story? And I love it. I love it. I'm being sarcastic. When people come up to them and react, because their story is literally filming to see how people react to them filming. That's the whole point. And then when people react to them filming, you're in the way of my story. Wait a minute. I thought their reactions was the story. Now them reacting is getting in the way of your story? and their fans don't see it. They're that dumb. They're that brainwashed. Or they do see it and they do know better, which again just shows that they're doing it intentionally. They're doing it on purpose. They don't deserve any respect because they're intentionally being buttholes for the purpose of being a butthole. They know what they're doing and they do it anyway because they don't care about human beings. They don't care about feelings. They don't care about living in a civil society. They don't care about being kind or decent or generous or friendly. None of those things matter. Only the YouTube clicks and views matter. Because scumbags gonna scum. Because that's just what they do. Scumbags gonna scum. Butterbrain douche canoe. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Heart Night. Let's go. Oh, professional a-holes. That's what they are. That's a fact.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we find ourselves in the courtroom of Judge Perkins as, he ends up taking on a sovtard who says he went to law school, but apparently he got kicked out. Who knows why? He doesn't really go into it, but perhaps his research methodology was quite sloppy, but I know they don't kick you out over that unless you plagiarize quite a bit. I mean, that's one reason why they'll kick you out. But at any rate, it's clear that his research methodology is subpar at best, perhaps at the level of a 4-year-old who doesn't understand what he's reading. So let's go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And did we call the case on Lynch or no?
We're going to call that right now.
Okay, very good, Your Honor.
City of Detroit versus Clyde Darnell Lynch. Case numbers SP 1537940, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1554736, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1558135, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1590696, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1537941. SP 155-47541, SP 155-81351, and SP 159-06951. Appearance for the record, please.
That's a lot of charges right there. But by the end of this video, the judge will be wanting to file more charges on this moron.
Pauline Stroking, BF Mr. Lynch.
Mr. Lynch, state your name for the record, please.
Good. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. State your name for the record, please.
Clyde Darnell Lynch.
And Mr. Lynch is 52. He says since he was 12, he stopped taking count of his age. Or 11. Which one was it, Mr. Lynch? 12. All right. Officer E. Dunn, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, Mr. Lynch?
Good morning, sir. Officer Eddie Dunn, by 3036, Detroit Police Department.
Good morning to you. Corporal Bennett is here for Lynch as well. Trying to pull him out the breakout room. Today is the date and time set for a trial. Mateo's not here. Tanti is not here. We're dealing with 6 tickets. The rest of them are going to be dismissed, and probably some of the 6 will be too. No offers on the expired plates, $145. Another and an improper plate. Well, here we go. Well, ones that, okay, so it goes like this. A failure to display, $240 fine. That officer's not here. So on the tickets, the officers are not here. We only have 2 expired plates. 3 expired plates. And then 2 of those officers, 4 expired plates. And 2 of those officers are not here. So the offer as it's written in the file, Mr. Berry, I mean, who's on it, Mr. Lynch? Soroka?
I didn't talk to him at first. I did respond when you just called it, so.
Yeah, no, I know you, I mean, so as it's written in the file, it's failure to display, $240 fine. Improper plates submitted from no insurance, $240 fine. And then 4 counts of expired plates, $145 a piece. But there's officers that are not here. Why don't you go into the breakout room and you and Mr. Lynch have a conversation and find out how you want to navigate this, all right?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch, join the room and speak to Ms. Soroki, okay?
Okay, how do I wait for the little?
It says join breakout room 3.
Okay.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, let's go back on the record for Mr. Lynch.
We do not have resolution, Your Honor, so my client indicates that he wants to go to trial. He indicates he sent document. Did he come out yet? I don't want to talk when he's not.
No. Well, he's got, the thing about it is he's got these other, the only offers that are on the table really, I mean, the only offers that are on the table are Dunn and Bennett.
Right, there's 2 no insurance, 2 suspended, and 2 improper, or 2
So as it's written in the file, it would only be 2 expired plates unless the city's amending that but it's only 2 expired plates, $145 a piece.
All right, let me go back in and tell him again.
That's because on the offer sheet.
Does he have a license suspended, Your Honor? I mean, does he have a good valid license?
No.
No, I don't know that. I haven't run that, but the way that the offer was written, the only cases that you wanted Mr. Lunch to plead to was the Dunn expired plate and the Bennett expired plate. And then
Bennett has a license suspended.
Yes, so why don't you rearrange the offer then?
Yeah, well, I'll give him a 1 FTD and 1 expired plate.
He doesn't want to accept that. He indicates he sent documentation to the court in the past. He's taken his case to the Supreme Court.
Spoiler alert, that's not exactly what he said later on in the video. He said that there are Supreme Court cases that back up his right to travel, that we don't need driver's licenses and registrations and everything like that to operate a motor vehicle. You know, that same sob-tard bullshit, but the judge is going to demand to see all the court cases. And of course, they're the typical ones that all sob-tards spew out that have no logical bearing on anything that happened to them.
He did a FOIA request. There's a lot of things I don't really understand what he's talking about, but our communication's close to breaking down. I'll just say that.
Sounds like it. Bring them out then. Go back in there and bring them out.
I prompted him out. Okay, let me try again.
All right. Mr. Lynch, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's I'm trying to understand. You want to contest these matters?
I had to go back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go back in because I didn't get no prompt. I had to go back in to join in through 36 District Court website.
No, well, listen, what we're saying is that we're trying to get you an offer, but it's my understanding after talking with your lawyer that that you don't want to accept anything. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
The thing is, I don't know what court cases is being brought up. The recent ones or the one that I already have a trial for.
I think all of the cases that are on the docket, everything that's on the docket, that you already had all this stuff set for trial. And what we did probably, okay, I see what
I
happened.
sent some paperwork in, but some of those cases I got kicked out of Zoom. I sent in the pictures through that document website, and I don't know, and I sent paperwork to the law department for FOIA for the court cases.
Okay, what documents did you send in to the court?
It was the case where I had got kicked out of Zoom, and I sent in the pictures where I got kicked out of Zoom. I think that was the January of this year case, and they was like, if I sent in the pictures showing that I was kicked out of the room because I thought the case was dismissed, and I got kicked out.
Okay, so what do you have any documents that relate to your driver's license, insurance, or registration?
Like told Lefty, the one I mean him, the judge, the person that I talked to on the last court case said we don't have no problems with you, and I said I'm going through the process of doing my documents to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn the one that got it hemmed out. They didn't honor none of my paperwork. Motion is
Listen, now we're not talking about Dearborn. We're talking about Detroit. Do you have any documents? Hold on, let me ask my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask my question. Do you have any documents that suggest that you have valid insurance, valid registration, and a valid I can run your driver's license?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything because Dearborn the one that got me hemmed up. I can't even get no insurance without no license.
Okay, so so what we're trying to do, every case that you have down here in Detroit, we call into the record. And we have two officers. The other cases are going to be dismissed, but we have two officers here that are here. And what we're trying to do is either make a resolution now, and we'll present you with an offer. And if you don't like the offer, you can just go to trial. Today is the date and time set for trial.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today is the date and time set for trial. So are you willing to entertain an offer to resolve the cases, or do you want a trial on all the cases?
I mean, which did you say some of them are gonna get dismissed? I only have two. I know the one that I recently got, everything is for the same thing.
Yes. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me break it down to you. It's two officers that are here. Corporal Bennett wrote you 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 tickets.
Real quick, I want to jump in here for a second. So for anyone who isn't following along, basically what's happening is this. This guy has so many freaking open cases, he can't even keep up with himself. He's supposedly educated in law, though, right? Anyway, so he has a trial scheduled. So he shows up. It turns out two of the officers, because he's got so many things pending, two of the officers aren't there. So there's no one, the only evidence against him is their testimony. They're not there to testify. So wait a minute, that changes everything. Because we have a bunch of charges, but those specific ones we can dismiss. So that changes the landscape. Maybe he'd make a deal now knowing that those charges are going to be dropped no matter what, that maybe, that changes the way he's going to want to move forward. So you, sir, who supposedly went to law school and understand the way the system works should be able to very easily answer my question. Because the two officers didn't show up and we're going to dismiss those charges that they wrote up no matter what, do you want to say, oh, well, that changes things now, knowing that I'm not going to get charged for those? Maybe I could take this deal where I just take a plea on these other charges, pay a little fine, go home, and it's all said and done, right? So they ask him, and what's he saying? I thought I had a trial today. Which charges are you talking about? I was in this other city and I got pulled over. What about that? And if this judge had any hair, he'd be pulling. Maybe that's why he doesn't have any hair, because this guy keeps seeing the sausage and he pulled all his hair out. Listening to their stupid. He's too stupid to understand what's going on. Well, that's a fact.
That are up to date. And Officer Dunn wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. The other officers that wrote you tickets are not showing up, have not showed up, and we're just going to automatically dismiss those cases. So we can get you an offer on the 6 tickets that those 2 officers wrote you. Are you willing to entertain the offer for those 6 tickets?
Benny and Dunn, Benny is the recent case, so that one I want to go to trial. I think the one I'm in trial for now is Dunn, correct?
You're on trial for both of them. Dunn and Bennett are set for trial right now.
So nobody received my paperwork, my traveling paperwork?
What is the paperwork gonna sell us?
Basically, I don't need no driver license, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
that's no proof of insurance, and my car was towed illegally those 2 times.
And what does the paperwork say why you don't need a driver's license, why you don't need any insurance or anything like that?
I send the paperwork into the law department, and I wanted the FOIA for the body cam and dash cams. And I haven't heard anything from them.
All right, we can get you that. We can get you that if there's some that exists. Corporal Bennett, can you put your appearance record, Corporal Bennett? Hold on, Mr. Lynch.
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal Daryl Bennett, badge 4320, Detroit Police Department.
All right. So we need to get if there's any body cam or dash cam, we need to get that to Mr. Lynch.
He has to go through the law department to get that, Your Honor. If he's requesting it, he has to go through the law department.
Well, that's what he said he tried to do. He said he tried to figure. Let's see if we can get that now.
We can't get, Your Honor, our person that would do that is on vacation at this point. There's nobody in the office that can get that for him today.
Oh, can I say something for the traffic ticket that was done? The other officer didn't put his name on it.
Your Honor, can we just get an adjourn date when the people think they can have their video available?
Yeah, but I wanna just, what I'm trying to do is I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the traffic stops right now, because today is the date and time set for trial. But I'm going to tell you this. You're suggesting, it sounds like you were suggesting that you don't have to have license or registration or insurance. Is that what you were saying?
I have documentation of that from the Supreme Court rulings, yes.
All right, well, you need to get me that documentation, because
well, what's the email so I can send it to you?
I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay, my phone not seeing none of that. Only thing I'm seeing on my cell phone now, if I was on my desktop, remember last time I had issues with my desktop, so I'm on the cell phone, and I don't see no chat or anything.
Well, you should be able to hit the button down there, and it should
okay,
pop
let me
up.
see, can I see something? Cause all I see a whole bunch of squares with everybody's face. And
you got to come out of that screen.
Huh?
You got to come out of that screen.
What screen I got to come out of?
The one, you have to come out of the screen where everybody's face is.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get kicked out like I just did when I was in the breakout room.
You didn't get kicked out. We pulled you. All right.
I had to join back in through. I had to go back to 36 District Court website, get back in the Zoom room.
Okay. All right. Let's pass the matter, and we'll try to figure out how to help you with the technology. And in the meantime, we need to. Do you want an attorney appointed to you, sir?
I've been trying to get an attorney. Nobody will take my case. So how if the appointed attorney don't want to accept my paperwork, then I'm up the creek like in Dearborn. So that's why I'm trying to study how to write the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm doing that right now.
All right. Well,
Dearborn is the reason why my license is suspended.
I really want to see what you're talking about, Supreme Court, because I've never seen a Supreme Court case. Wait a minute. Let me finish. I've never seen a Supreme Court case that says that you don't have to have a license or insurance or registration. Now I'll tell you this. I'll admit, I haven't seen all the Supreme Court cases, but I have never seen that. And I've seen a thousand people come in here saying that, well, not 1,000, but a whole lot. And I've never seen it work.
So when Mr. Bennett Officer Bennett pulled me over, he was like, no, I ain't. He said, I ain't going for that sovereignty stuff. I said, I don't know what that is. I'm talking Constitutional Supreme Court ruling, and they told my car.
All right, well, send me the Supreme Court ruling. I want to see that right now.
I don't see the where I can send it.
All right. I'm gonna pass it.
I could just come down there.
Let me write my email address down and then send it to me, and then I'll pass it and I'll wait till I get your document. You have an ink pen?
Yeah, I have a pen.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
SEAN period PERKINS.
Okay, what was that after period?
PERKINS at 36th districtcourt.org.
Okay, hold on.
Read it back to me.
Okay, after 36, what was it? I didn't get that part.
After 36 is districtcourt.org.
Okay, so I got Sean.Perkins at 36districtcourt.org.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna send it, I'm gonna get it online and send it on my laptop.
I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting that. All right.
All right. I'm gonna send the law department thing too.
I'll be anxiously waiting all of that, and I'll pass the matter. It looks like Corporal Bennett is gonna be anxiously awaiting it. It's gonna look like Officer Dunn is gonna be anxiously awaiting it. Prosecutor Mason is gonna be anxiously awaiting it, and I'm sure Ms. Soroki is gonna be, and everybody else in the room. Because this could be some groundbreaking stuff right here.
You know, I think I like that little clip right there. This is going to be some groundbreaking stuff. I think I'll add it to my outros from this point on. But at any rate, he comes back in a little while with some rather groundbreaking documents that, well, he thinks they're groundbreaking anyway. But to the rest of the world, it just doesn't have any bearing on his case whatsoever. So, yeah, spoiler alert on that.
So I'm gonna forward you that. Now, this is another document that he sent me. This is the U.S. Supreme Court travel rulings. Motion set aside default. it says it says to me, it has case number SP 15379-421 and SP 15547-541. To whom the dear Judge Sean B. Perkins, and to whom it may concern, the burden of truth is on me, or then it will just be my word against others' words. I, Clyde Darrell Lynch, always traveling, Supreme Court rulings on travel. Along with being put in ransom for illegal profit gains against my federal freedoms / liberties and / or etc., as it is proven below, and an unnecessary burden of cash out of my pocket, etc. For what? Question mark. I do not have gold or silver to pay this debt and / or a promissory note. Driver, one employee in conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle with horses, mules, or other animals. Driving, I know everybody's looking at me like, what are you saying? Driving, operating in commerce, hire / profit.
You know, I actually think that this Sovtard got those two definitions from other sources other than Black's Law Dictionary, which is where I got these two definitions from, just to counter his BS claim, because, well, they're worded so differently in Black's Law Dictionary, of course. So it kind of makes you wonder, whose website did he get them off of?
Mulberry versus Madison. 1803 case. They weren't even cars on the road. All laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Here's what the court is talking about right here. I figured he was going to bring this up because all Mr. Lynch did was he went on the Google search and searched, basically, I don't know exactly the terminology, but he put driving, don't need to drive without a license. And all of these same cases come up. And this one case really bothers me because that's why I asked Mr. Lynch, did he read the cases? Are you familiar with your Black history, Mr. Lynch? Is he on mute?
Yeah, he writes that up.
I wish he was too.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you familiar with your Black history?
Okay, is the paper that you're reading is the one that's saying titled Supreme Court ruling and U.S. Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, that's not updated, but the other ones I sent, those are the ones that's relevant. The one that say Law Depot, it's like 6 pages, but the last 3 is the affidavit and the FOIA paper. You already seen that for the dash cam, etc. But the Law Depot, the first 3 pages is just the website information telling you how to do it. I actually went to school for criminal justice and private investigator, but I didn't finish because I got kicked out for no necessary reason. I've been fighting that ever since.
Okay, you got kicked out for no necessary reasons. So a reason that you don't want to divulge in court. But I wonder why. I mean, were you cheating? Were you plagiarizing? Were you doing something like this, trying to present cases without evidence or anything like that? What was it? Why did you get kicked out? I mean, why did you fail? How did you fail? What did you do?
But I actually went to school for business management and law, but I didn't finish. So
I see.
So technically, but I went to a Morris facility and learned the Constitution and everything. So put all that together. That's what I'm involved in right now. So
Okay. So let's just discuss. Let's just take it down. Break it down. What I asked you was, you provide me documentation to show proof that the Supreme Court says that you don't need a driver's license to drive a vehicle, right?
Your Honor.
I'm asking you a yes or no question.
Okay, all I want to say, that Supreme Court paper, you just can forget about that.
Oh, now you're trying to dodge this whole thing, huh? Now that you got a hold of somebody that won't buy into your BS just because you said in front of them, you're just going to back off because they have the capacity to actually read it and understand what it says. So yeah, no. I don't want to. No. That's irrelevant. I didn't mean to do that. No. Yeah, dude, it's too late now.
That Law Depot paper is what I've been working on, and I'm still trying to figure out how to go through the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm studying and learning how to do that, to do this, to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn is the one that got me in limbo right now.
But what I'm saying is, no, I don't need to see any Law Depot. I don't see any Law Depot. I asked you a question earlier. I said, I hope that you're bringing these, this stuff that you're, wait a minute. I asked you a question and I said, I hope that you're sending me these papers and these cases and in support of you not having to drive with a license. And I hope that you've read the cases that you're using in support of what your belief of the law is and the Constitution and stuff. And I did this, and I've done it. You're not the first person that's done it. And the reason why I asked you, are you familiar with your African American history, particularly the civil rights movement, is because you have submitted a case, Shuttlesworth versus the city of Birmingham. And you submitted this case in support of you not having to drive with a license. And it's kind of like throwing mud in Reverend Shuttlesworth's case, because Mr. Shuttleworth, I'm sure he was a reverend. I'm sure that Mr. Shuttleworth had a valid license and doesn't believe what you're trying to use this case law for. I wish you would have taken time to read what Reverend Shuttlesworth had to go through on this day, on April 12th, 1963, when he's trying to fight for our civil rights.
So much better, like single.
Because I think if you would have read it, you would have seen that most of what you have put in here and all the cases that you have put in here are complete. A Shuttlesworth has nothing to do with what you're talking about. And the other case.
I understand that there's, like I stated, Your Honor, that paper is not updated. That right there, I supposed to took that out. That the Shuttleworth, through the Alabama. No, not Alabama.
See, he's so stupid. The sound like it's crazy, like because one of the other people on the Zoom meeting obviously forgot to mute their mic, but and we've seen cases like this over and over and over again, right? Like with the Soffsets and the Moors especially. All right. I'm making the claim that I can't be prosecuted because a driver's license doesn't apply to me. I refuse a lawyer. Or actually, he didn't refuse a lawyer. The problem is he gave the lawyer this evidence. The lawyer looked at it and said, this isn't evidence, this is nonsense. And he said, well, if you're not going to do what I tell you to do, then I don't need you. He's like, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do because what you're telling me to do is stupid. So anyway, he provides his evidence. He provides his evidence to the court. So then the judge looks at the evidence and says, hey, you gave me this evidence. And he says, oh, no, ignore that. That doesn't mean anything. I know it doesn't mean anything. It's crap. Right. Well, I didn't mean to give you that one. I meant to give you something else. Oh, what did you mean to give me? Well, I'm still working on it because I used to go to law school. Still working on what? Well, I don't know. Just whatever you got there is nothing. Don't worry about that. How is it possible? And I ask this every time I talk about these sovereign citizens. How is it possible for you to make the claim that the Supreme Court has ruled that we don't need driver's licenses? And even though the Supreme Court made that ruling, nobody knows, and all 50 states are violating it every day. And nobody anywhere in the feds is doing anything about it. How is it possible for the Supreme Court to rule that no one needs a driver's license and all 50 states completely ignore that ruling? And nobody does anything about it except for these idiots. I know how it's possible. It didn't happen. Idiots are dumb. We're almost at the 3-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. There's still like 13 minutes left in this video. Let's go. Hopefully the audio gets better.
You're supposed to take all this stuff out because none of this stuff has anything to do with what you're talking about. None of it.
You read
actually, some of the cases are directly opposite, and they say that you have to have a valid license. The one with the wagon and the coach. What was that guy? He's in 1903. I forget the case. He's driving a coach. He's got a car in 1903. He's got a car in 1903. He had big money. And he's driving his car up this dirt road and he's speeding. And they give him a ticket. And they say, not that he doesn't have not to have a license. They just wanted to automatically revoke his license because he had a license without a hearing. And he's saying, you can't do that. I have to have a hearing before you're able to take my license from me. So he's not even saying what you say he's saying. So this stuff is.
Well, the 30 up in Birmingham, I took that out. Like I stated, I haven't updated that.
Well, you know something. I wish you would read this stuff before you even put it in this document, because that's what you're supposed to do. I can hold you in contempt for filing filing this irrelevant stuff.
Do you get the law depot document 3?
I got the law depot document.
Okay, but basically that sums it up right there. That, like I said, that's not even updated paperwork. I sent that by mistake. That's why I sent the FRA paper. But that right there, I'm supposed to update that. But the law depot 3 document is 6 pages. The first 3 just tell you how to do the affidavit, which I forgot to do, but that refreshed my memory. And the last 3 pages is my court papers.
You know, I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody that's coming here with this, they didn't win. I'm gonna say that first, right? And then some of the people agreed me and went to the Judicial Tenure Commission on me, and they quoted the same stuff, and guess what happened? They didn't win either. This stuff is nonsense. Stuff is nonsense. I'm waiting for you to tell me which court case applies, because you have Shuttlesworth in here, and that absolutely doesn't apply. So what you're saying, I would like to just one court case, just show me one out of all this stuff that you've given me, one court case that you said applies.
Well, like I stated, Your Honor, that little paper always get people upset. That I send that one, but it hasn't been updated.
But you shouldn't send stuff that hasn't been updated to the court. But I'm just asking you one case. Tell me one case out of the stuff that you sent me that says it applies to you and your position of you not having have to have a driver's license.
The Law Depot document 3. That's what I send it.
I know, and you're saying I'm asking you out of this Law Depot document 3. You have Howlett versus Rose, Boyd versus United States, Murdoch versus Penn, Owens versus Independence, People versus Bottle Traffic. You have another, constitutional articles. Tell me one of these cases that applies to your position that you don't have to have a valid driver's license to drive on the road. Give me one. Howlett versus Rose. Federal Supreme Court case applied to state court cases. My traveling documents, Supreme Court rulings, and the United States Constitution of travel is in this attachment and others not included have been stolen, sold, or to legally share. I don't know. Let's go with Howlett versus Rose. Let's see what that's
Okay, so I gave you all this paperwork. I gave you my evidence, but ignore it because I gave you the wrong stuff. So what do we do? Well, no, I gave you the right stuff. Just ignore that other stuff, but get to the right stuff. Okay, what's the right stuff? Well, it's that one. All right. Well, you quoted 52 different cases in this one. Which case? Tell me one. Tell me one. Well, they're in there. All right, so I got to read something on here to support your argument. You're the one making the argument. So make it. What's your argument? Well, it's in there. Where? One of those cases. Which one? Yeah, it's in there. All right, so I'm just going to randomly pick one. Right? I mean, it's almost like, because they like to always say, like, oh, well, you guys use examples of different kinds of things. But I do that just to try and make it easier to understand the concept. All right? Like, it would be like if somebody, I don't know, robbed a bank. And it's like, are you saying that you didn't do it? No. I'm saying that it's legal for me to rob banks. Why? Well, look, here's a list of cases. Okay, and what? Well, these cases prove that it's legal for me to rob banks. How? Well, they're cases that I quoted and put on a piece of paper and handed it to you. That means you got to let me go. What are these cases? What do they say? What happened in them? How do they support your argument? Well, because they're court cases, and I wrote the names of them down on a piece of paper.
I got a few more minutes before I have to send everybody to lunch. But I just want to know. I just want you to see how ridiculous this sounds. Let's go to the Law Depot document.
Yeah, if I speak, you want procedurally?
You have to speak up loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Procedurally, do you want to get him a court-appointed attorney? And when you come back,
You know something, I don't want to waste the resources on the court because Mr. Lynch is probably going to present this to the court-appointed attorney. I can ask him whether he wants to, but if he presents this stuff to the court-appointed attorney, then they're probably going to come down on the same.
I can go into court records and find cases where the case was dismissed with the same issues I'm in. I will find a case and I will present it to you.
And he did indicate he was having a problem retaining counsel because they wouldn't accept his paperwork.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, because these lawyers actually completed law school and have the ability to do their research and research these cases that he's trying to present, so they would instantly know if he is full of bullshit.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I see why. Howlett versus Rose. Rose was a case in which high school students sued the school board after his car was searched on school grounds and he was suspended from school. He sued under 42 USC 1983, which creates a remedy for violations of federal rights committed by persons acting under the color of state law. The student claimed he was suspended without due process because his car was searched in violation of the 4th and 14th Amendments. The court dismissed the complaint against the school board for lack of jurisdiction. Where does that say you don't have to have a valid license? Mr. Lynch, where does that say you don't have to have a valid license?
Your Honor, I will get up-to-date cases where court cases were dismissed with my same issue. I will get the court the up-to-date 2020 to 2024.
I believe it's a waste of time. What are we, today is the date concept trial?
Yes, sir. Do you want to take testimony right quick?
Do you want a trial, sir, or what do you want? I'm not. So you want a trial? We can take testimony now, or you can take the deal. You know, this stuff that he's talking about that he's presenting to the court, yeah, I think it's a waste of time.
I go to trial.
Your Honor, he did make a FOIA request for the video and those things. I think they should be presented before he goes to trial.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He did. All right, he did. Let's give him. I sent you the FOIA request, Ms. Mason. He's written in there. You know, he's got the case numbers down and stuff. Let's get him the documentation that he's asking for if it exists. And then let's go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's set up pre-trial date. Come back September the 9th, 2024 at 8:30. Please don't waste the court's time with, I hope you, first of all, 8:30, September 9th. I hope you read and review whatever you see on September 9th. I hope you read and review whatever you submit to the court, purporting what you feel is supposed to be. And I hope it has at least some relevance to what we're talking about today, because the cases that I just read back to you have absolutely no relevance.
And procedurally, Your Honor, how are we to get the video to him?
He got an email address. I forwarded you a copy of that. It's in his email address. So I guess he should be able to, you should be able to forward that to him in an email.
It probably be too large. I just pick it up. I come down, pick it up.
Well, you're not going to be able to pick up unless they have a disc or something. You're not going to be able to just pick up. I don't know.
Can I just confirm your email address, Mr. Lynch, just for record? Is it c.darrell DARNEL Lynch, LYNCH 121 at yahoo.com.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
All right, so she'll get you that in an email, okay?
Yes.
All right, we'll come back on September the 9th, 2024 at 8:30. If there's nothing further, Mr. Lynch, have a very good day and best of luck to you.
You too. Thank you.
All right, that'll conclude the morning.
All right. First of all, round of applause for Black Heart Night, ladies and gentlemen. What the heck? That was lame. Let's go. All right. This guy is, I mean, and it's interesting because it goes back to something we've all seen a million times, right? But it's this idea because they always quote these cases, and we always talk about them quoting out of context and this and that. But this was a perfect example of it. He finds a case where the case gets dismissed. And because it had something to do with something related to someone in their car, or specifically in this case, it was someone whose car was searched. He drove to school, parked in the school parking lot, and they searched his car. So he tried to sue the school over it, and the case was dismissed. Well, see, because it had something to do on some level with a car, the fact that it was dismissed proves that I don't need a driver's license to drive. Let's say somebody, and I've used this example before too. Let's say somebody is in a different county. They're over the county line and they get pulled over by someone that actually legitimately does not have jurisdiction. Or there's some sort of something, just a clerical error. Something goes wrong. They end up in the wrong place. They legitimately are in a courtroom that actually does not have, legitimately doesn't have jurisdiction. So the case is dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. They'll say, hey, look at this case. This case was dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. Okay. So that proves you guys have no jurisdiction. Because some case that has absolutely nothing to do with what's happening here right now was dismissed for that. Well, this guy got pulled over and his case was dismissed. So what does that have to do with you and your case? These idiots are dumb. Their stupidity is palpable. Their brain stems don't function. I don't know what else to say for today. All I know is tomorrow's Tuesday. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking that we've been 3 hours, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for joining me once again. As always, you're the best fans in the world. I love you guys. Yeah. I'm all shook up.
Why did the man fall down the well? He couldn't see that well. It's me without glasses. What do you call a person that's had too much to drink? An Uber. Be responsible. Do you know the story about the chicken that crossed the road? Me neither. I didn't follow it. Goes both ways. I hate you. I know. What did the alien say to the flower bed? Take me to your weeder. Why did the man fall down the well?